down. Welcome to Joe's Atmosphere.
Cook your shrimp, please. All of a sudden, my shrimp pan is burning up like a smoke fest.
All right, boys and girls, welcome aboard for tonight's episode of State of the Atmosphere. I'm your host, Joe's Atmosphere, and tonight we're going to look at the new Superman and Lois Lane. What do we think of these two actors playing the parts in these iconic roles, and what is it going to mean for Warner Brothers going forward with their James Gunn plan for their movies? And speaking of movies, we're going to put together a playlist for Independence Day movies, patriotic movies, and stuff that takes place on the 4th of July. Actually, I found some pretty neat ones. And then, of course, if we have time, we're going to get back to the whittling down the IGN top 100 video games of all time. All that and more this evening on State of the Atmosphere. All right, it's State of the Atmosphere here this fine Wednesday evening. I'm your host, Joe's Atmosphere. And of course, as usual, I've got a few friends aboard for the ride. First up tonight is Das Wolfen. How you doing tonight, man?
Doing good.
I see you got a couple new signs back there. Hang on a second. Let me take a look at this real quick. You've got one that says "Bring back common sense." I like that one. And I can't read that one with the raptor on it, but I see it's got claw marks and all that. Is that a Jurassic Park sign?
Yeah, I'm trying to. Yeah, it's basically like a warning sign you're in a raptor area. Just beware raptors.
That's cool, man. That's cool. I like it. And next up was Matt from Small Time Republic. How you doing, man? It's good to see you.
Doing good. I just noticed that Stan Lane was in that intro on some of the Jim Cornette scenes, and he was recently thought to potentially have been the father of Congresswoman Lauren Boebert from Colorado. So I looked it up, and she was born in 1986. So if you're Stan, you got to be thinking 86. Man, I can't remember 86.
Right.
Just telling that he turned, to quote Maury, he turned out not to be the father.
Not to be the father, no doubt. No. That's crazy, man. Well, it's good to see you, brother. And of course, we've got Jed. How you doing? My video game
good,
buddy.
Brother. Yeah, I just hit over 100 subs on my YouTube channel. So
that'll work, man. You were at 98 when we got off last night.
I must have did it overnight where I was asleep. So thank you to everybody out there that hit me to over 100 subs, and I want to go now push to 200. So
go, man. You'll do it in no time flat. And then last in, because I forgot to send him the text for it until showtime. What's happening, man?
Trying to figure out when you're gonna put me in, coach, and just
oh my God!
I'm gonna go watch a movie if I never got it.
I told guys, I told the guys we're all in here talking. And I said, I don't know where Knock is, and then I thought about it, and I said, I know where he's at. I didn't even send him the link. I see everybody else gets it through threads. I think I might send an individual one to Jed on Discord just to make sure he gets it because I know he sees everything there. But
Yeah.
man, yours you're not on a thread or anything. I have to text it to you. So yeah. But I'm sorry about that, brother. You know I love you, man. I'm sorry about that. But anyway, tonight we're gonna start off with the new casting for Superman. We got a guy now. There's no way that this name is made up. David Cornsweet.
Dude, yeah.
That what a name. And then the other one is Rachel Brosnahan. Now, Rachel has been around a little bit. She, what is it? The Marvelous Miss Mabel? Is that the name?
Marvelous.
She
was really, and she was also in Kevin Spacey as, that was on Netflix, and before he got kicked
House
off,
of Cards, right?
She was on House of Cards too.
Yeah,
she's a really good actor. So,
yeah,
I totally agree with this.
Yeah,
and he's
especially her. She looks like Lois.
Yeah, she looks like Lois, and he looks like Clark.
Yeah,
basically,
But these are the two actors. They decided to sign up for James Gunn's Superman Legacy. This is going to be the first in his DC universe, the Gunn universe, if you want to call it that, whatever you want to call it. But they've got like a 10-year plan going forward for what they want to do, and I mean, I hope they do well. I always want to see superhero movies do well, but David Cornsweet, this guy, I don't know much about him. I pulled up his IMDb page, and I have not seen much of what he's been in. Now, We Own the City, that movie, what is that? That came out last year? Is that what this says here?
Well,
no,
he's
it's a TV show. Apparently, it's got 6
he's
episodes.
Basically kind of how Christopher Reed was, because Christopher Reed hadn't done much.
Yeah. Well, he
was also on House of Cards.
Oh,
was he?
Was also on
House
of Cards.
Scroll down. I just saw it.
Oh, okay.
Hang on. Let's see. House of Cards right there. He was on for 1 episode.
Well,
but yeah, there's a link there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, but he's what was the highest? He's 11 episodes politician.
Yeah, he was a politician.
I've never heard of him, so
yeah, I hadn't heard anything. But then again, nobody nobody knew who he was either.
Bit parts and everything else too.
Yeah, so. and the guy's got the crimson chin, that's for sure.
Oh,
so,
dude, he's got the chin, and if they do like Clark when he has his beard, we're dead on.
Like, 6'4".
Yeah,
he's 6'4". I really
thought
that.
Tom Holland had this one.
Right? Tom Holland going to play every superhero in the world. Huh?
Well, here's the thing: Tom Holland could play Superman, but all the other actors would have to be like Danny DeVito type.
Right? Yeah. They'd have to do like they do with Cruise, right?
Tom Cruise can make it work.
They build a platform for Cruise to walk around on, so he's towering over everybody, right?
By the way, this is to show you how interconnected Hollywood is. Rachel Brosnahan's aunt is Kate Spade, who was a fashion designer. She has passed away, but her brother-in-law is David Spade. So
no kidding.
There's all sorts of
man.
Who actually lives out here in Arizona. So
it's funny you mentioned that because Rachel Brosnan, she's in Blacklist.
Okay, I didn't know.
Oh, really, the Blacklist? Are you a fan of that one, buddy? Yeah,
I've only seen her in Fabulous Marvel.
I can't recognize her name of her character, but I'm still watching it. So,
was she in Gossip Girl?
I don't know.
Must have been
her list here.
Yeah,
we will look at her list. Of course, I think she's best known for Marvelous.
Yeah, she's best known for Marvelous.
For that one right there, and I hear good things about that show. I'm gonna have to check it out
and this Kevin Spacey one. Yeah,
right. House of Cards.
Those are the two she's most known for.
What was the one you mentioned, Doc? That she was on?
Blacklist.
Blacklist should
Black Box.
There it is right there. She was on there for 6 episodes. She played Jolene Parker.
Holy shit, Brooks. She was on Orange is the New Black for 1 episode?
That's what it says.
She was on
Little
Grey's
Allie.
Anatomy. Mm-hmm. She was in Beautiful Creatures.
She doesn't look old enough to have been on all these shows, man.
Yeah, she doesn't.
But I got to tell you, the picture I saw of her, I think it was off of this website.
Yeah.
Let me take a look if they've got it. But
she looks like Lois.
She looks like Lois. She really does.
And he looks like Clark. Like, and if they're going to do All-Star Superman, oh, dude. This is, like I said, I said, the all dependent, and they need to make the dude that was in Renfield Lex Luthor.
The dude that was in Renfield.
He was
actually, I was looking, if you go back a month or two on the show, we actually pulled up an article about the search for Superman, and he was on the list to play Superman.
But he needs to play Lex.
He plays.
What was his name?
I'm not sure, but he plays the Beast in the
Tom Holland.
Yeah, his name is Tom Holland. Of course, everything falls back to Tom Holland. But no,
Nicholas something, I think.
Yeah, Nicholas, and he would be a perfect Lex because he's got
Actually, I've seen him listed for Bruce Wayne for Batman.
Oh,
for
the
young Batman.
Because of how he was in Renfield.
Yeah,
if he's Batman, I'm okay with that. I'm good because he has the chops to do it. Okay.
Nicholas Holt is the guy's
name.
Holt. Yeah, that's what it is.
Nicholas Holt.
I mean, he's no Jesse Eisenberg, but
right. Nobody can measure up to Holland or Eisenberg.
In Renfield, he was a badass.
Well, I haven't seen it yet.
He was Beast in the rebooted.
That's what I was just saying in the X-Men shows. Yeah. My favorite X-Men movie is Days of Future Past, and he is Beast in that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Dude,
that is my favorite one.
He would be a badass Lex, and he would bring it.
They've never
this
gotten
looks
Lex
just
right.
like Lois to me.
Yes, she does. She looks
I'm
like
on board
Lois.
with this girl. And
I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
And people are like, people that were talking to me, they're like, "Did you see it?" And they're like, and the minute I said, "Hey, I'm cool with this," they're like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "No, dude, because Joe, Superman is like
you're a Superman goon. I know.
Yeah. I'm a Superman fanatic, like with Star Wars too." And I was just like, "Yeah, bro, I'm okay with this. It's just how Gunn brings the script out because the first thing you need good actors, then you need a good producer and a good script.
Yeah.
If you have these three things, the movie will be good.
Well, we already know who the producer and the writer is. It's the same guy. It's
Gunn sometimes can fuck his own movies up. Like, we've seen it.
I don't know. He, according to my brother, he's made the best movies that the MCU has seen. The Guardians of the Galaxy movies. He is a big fan.
I love it, man.
He's a big fan. Let's say hi to the chat real quick. We got Real Snakes. He's in. Says hi. And Fletcher Williams, I suck at games channel, says I haven't seen her in anything. Just don't find her that attractive. Well, the thing about Lois is she's just a plain Jane. She's not super gorgeous. That's the thing about her.
And then when she calls him,
you're just saying that because they couldn't get Megan Fox. So,
That's it exactly. I mean,
I think this actress is more attractive than Margot Kidder.
Yeah, no doubt.
She is.
And while I think Kate Bosworth was attractive, I don't think she was right for that role at all.
Yeah.
And I don't know about putting Amy Adams in there as a redhead either.
Amy was like,
I was never on board with Amy Adams. I never was.
I wasn't either.
So this might be the best. Might be the best Lois.
I think this would be the best casting since Margot Kidder. And who's the chick that plays in Superman and Lois? She's a good Lois.
Yeah.
On CW, she's a good Lois.
I hear nothing but good things about that show.
He's a good Clark too. So
it's definitely a lot more serious than the other CW shows.
And it's a family show basically. It's about them being a family, which you never see anymore.
No.
You don't see the mom and the dad and all and the kids.
Roman of the Empire says Small time and Fletcher greetings. Yeah, he's saying hi to all of us. And then Fletcher Williams, I suck at gaming channel. I love that, man. I'm just gonna have to call you Fletcher. Best Lois was the Smallville one.
Fletcher was in my Twitter last night.
Not sure.
Going off about the stuff.
You know, that's one Superman series I never watched. That one and Lois and Clark I never watched either.
Oh, I've watched.
Smallville, I feel like I want to get into, but it's like what 12 seasons? It's like that's daunting.
Yeah, it was on for a long time.
It's like I'm gonna have to like plan for it like in the future.
I will
the month of October. That's when I'll watch it because I'm not gonna be able to do anything else. I'm gonna get so invested in it, and then it's gonna suck when it ends.
Keep in mind.
No, here's
hang on, Jed. John, go ahead.
Okay. Keep in mind that he doesn't actually don the suit until the very last episode.
That was my problem with it.
I'm not going to
care.
You
only see
I don't
him
care
for
about
a minute.
So I don't. Yeah.
But on Lois and Clark, it didn't start going downhill till they got married. It was good until up the point where they got married, and then it kind of went downhill.
Well, it's like Jim and Pam in The Office,
Yeah.
Well, it was more like Stephen Carell leaving, but
Lois and Clark, it always seemed to me like a campier version of it, and
it was. And my problem, I loved it because they were making fun of it, and they were aware of what they were on, and they did it like that on purpose, kind of like they even said there was kind of like a tribute to Adam West and Batman, and
that's what I was thinking. That's what it made me
version,
think of when I watched it.
But it was just Superman and
There's
Clark and Lois.
Michael Rosenbaum, who played Lex Luthor. He has a podcast called Talkville, where I think he and whoever was the lead actor that played Clark,
Tom Welling,
where I think they're going through every episode.
Really?
So that's a task unto itself.
I would imagine with 12 years worth of content. Good Lord, man.
That's 10 years worth of content right there. I watched every single Smallville episode.
That's why you have to do it per DVD set. Come on.
Yeah.
Which Michael Rosenbaum, he played the diamond-studded character in Guardians, which he's only in like a few scenes. But so Lex Luthor is in Guardians.
Yeah, there you go.
I watched all of them as they aired.
Really?
Well,
see, my problem with Smallville was kind of like my problem with Gotham. I never watched Gotham either. My father to this day still tries to get me to watch that. I watched like the first 2 episodes of Gotham. Was like
season 2 Gotham was my favorite thing ever. Like it was just bad guys galore. It was great.
Oh yeah, he's right. That season 2 was awesome.
It was it was Gotham and mayhem, and it was great.
Yes, it was. And then all the bad guys just came out of nowhere. Mm-hmm. And Bruce was like, I don't know what to do. Like,
he was a kid.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking the guy I really care about is 12 years old in this show. Yeah. He's never on it. What the fuck?
The only reason I watched it was the main character, what's his face from, and I was introduced to him in high school when he was on, was it the OC?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And so that's why I got into Gotham was because of him. I'm a big fan of his. He's also in another show. I forget what the top show.
Okay, but you're talking about Gordon, the guy that played Gordon. Yeah.
Hey,
Roman of the Empire says, "I don't prefer the Superman series any. I know I'm no fun. I loved Christopher Reeves as Superman. I didn't really dig the first film. I hate Lex and Otis. I really dug Superman 2. That is my favorite Superman movie ever. But still hate Lex. Gene Hackman did a great job as Lex. I really think he's still the measuring stick to this day because he's arrogant. He lets you know he's the smartest guy in the room, which Lex Luthor would do.
I will even go to the point of Lex on the animated series is obviously Gene Hackman and Lex on the animated series, along with Michael Rosenbaum combined are, the 3 because they were good Lexes.
It's like I like Gene Hackman, but I don't know. I just don't know that he was right for that role.
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
He was the too. Can you see? Maybe it's that thing where it's like it's a good Clark versus a good Superman. Or Gene Hackman, I don't see him in a super suit Going
I make that argument all the time with Batman. I always tell people the best Bruce Wayne I've ever seen was Michael Keaton, but the best Batman I've ever seen was Ben Affleck. I mean, he was the
It's
best
true.
Batman.
He is right about this.
Mhm.
Michael Keaton was an awesome Bruce Wayne, but sometimes when you saw him in the Batsuit, you're like,
yeah, it just seems wrong, right?
But
let's see. The Willow Snake says the ending of the Gotham was rushed. If you ask
was.
me,
Yeah, I never finished. Gotham.
It was.
I think I ended at season 3 or something like
Keely
that.
Chow says hi to everybody.
Yeah.
And Ruben is checking in. All right. Cheers for Terry Snatcher.
Did he really say Terry
Yes, he did.
Snatcher?
Lois Lane, we didn't know we needed, but glad we had. Yummy to the max and more, for the Love Doctor. The Love Doctor, as he likes to be called. The Love Doctor.
I enjoyed Terry Hatcher's character in MacGyver. She made a few appearances in that show, and she would play a ditz, and she did it well.
Terry Hatcher is he's right about one thing. She is a babe. She is in.
I know who that is.
Terry Hatcher, you don't know who she is? She played Lois Lane on Lois and Clark.
Yeah.
And I know. See, here's another reason why you don't know who she is. She was one of my favorite Bond girls. She was in what was it called? Tomorrow Never Dies. The one with the evil Ted Turner in it.
Yeah.
Trying to take over the world. I love that movie. I think it's awesome. I think because Michelle Yeoh's in that too. She's the recently christened Academy Award winner was a Bond girl in that movie too. She was a intelligence officer for the Chinese government. Man,
her asking price is a little higher now than it was a year or two
just
ago.
a little. Matter of fact, they were going to do a Section 31 TV show on Paramount, and now it's turned into a movie. They can't afford her anymore. So they're just doing a movie. But Terry Hatcher is a babe, no doubt.
She was in Supergirl.
Yeah, she was.
She was in Supergirl.
Yeah.
Yeah. She showed up. Yeah, she showed up in Supergirl. Just about everybody that has anything to do with the Superman movies and TV shows ended up on Supergirl at some point.
Yeah.
Both. Who did she play on there? Did she play
Rhea? I don't remember who that character is. Rhea.
Probably
one of the gods.
One of the Kryptonians.
Was she one of the Kryptonians? Because I know the guy that played Clark, he played their father.
Yeah.
Right? Kara's stepdad
Dean Cain.
and his the sister's actual father, right?
Then,
yeah.
They and didn't we have
Supergirl Helen Slater was their mother.
Yes, she was.
Supergirl was her mother. Yep.
I loved how they did the stuff on the show because they brought in all the old characters from like all the old shows and stuff on there.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite part was where Lois and Clark met. Smallville Lois and Clark.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh yeah, that was
like, oh my god, this is awesome.
yeah. Crisis on Infinite Earths.
That was awesome.
Fletcher said Lois and Clark was fun and wholesome. Let's see what else we got here. Keely Chow says Fletcher. Well, they're talking to each other.
Yeah.
She was great in Bond. Yes,
she was.
She was fantastic in that show because she played an ex-lover of Bond.
Yes, she did.
And she was married to the bad guy. And so he was using her to try to get insight. It was pretty cool. Let's see what else we got here.
Look what Wookie said.
Let's see. Wookie. He says, "Hail, my buddy just left Indy 5. I can't repeat what he said on here. It's okay, man. Not a one of us is going to see that movie.
No, I'm not going to go see it.
Actually, I'm going on Tuesday.
Are you going? Yeah. I thought about going to see it
5?
just so I could spank it. Do a video on it. Really.
I will watch it.
I don't even know what that is.
Indy 5?
Okay.
Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny.
I was trying to think, Indy 5, is that a...
By all accounts, the first 20 minutes are a great Indiana Jones segment, man.
Yeah.
But it's all, it's him deep faked, age, done up, he's the young Indy and everything. But look,
I've heard the first 20 minutes of the Batman are good too.
Spoilers, so you guys plug your ears for about I'd say 20 seconds if you don't want to know anything
Yeah,
about.
plug yours for 20
I'm
seconds.
not an indie fan, so this isn't.
Okay,
I
so-
don't think I've ever actually watched an Indiana Jones.
They're great movies, but this one's going to suck.
I'll never watch them.
Just to let you guys know, this is not an indie movie. When we first see him as an old man, he's about to sign divorce papers, and his son died in the Vietnam War.
Yeah. So
now, does that sound like a fucking good time action Indiana Jones character to you?
They nuked Mutt from the movie.
Get the fuck out of here. Stupid as shit.
He's divorcing Karen Allen.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
Here's the thing.
Yeah. Remember, they got remarried in Crystal Skull, didn't they?
Yeah, that was they completed the circle basically,
right?
And then
now his son's dead.
I know what the ending is because people have told me several times.
Well, don't give that up. I'm just saying.
not.
I'm setting the atmosphere that it's going to
Yeah.
be this.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to see Harrison Ford on the back of a horse at 80 years old. Nobody wants to see that.
Yeah.
Him signing divorce papers, that sounds about as interesting as when on Falcon and Winter Soldier, when the Falcon and his sister went to the bank to get a loan.
Yeah, they're worried about the boat, right?
So boring. Oh.
Let's see what else we got.
Can
here.
we show them going to the supermarket?
Character development.
Yeah. I hear you. Let's see. Hatcher can do wholesome and sultry, and that it's not easy to do. Yeah, it's not easy to do, and she can do it, man. She is a babe. My wife wants to see Indiana Janet. That's a great name for it. I'm hoping that she forgets it's out. Right. Exactly. Yeah. I feel you on that, Fletcher, because I have been drugged to 2 movies in the theater I did not want to see by my wife. One of them was The Eternals, man. I did not want to go see that movie, and boy,
Keep
I
in
had
mind,
to sit through that.
if they make an Indiana Jones 6 or whatever where she's the star, we will be called Istanphobes if we don't say that it's the.
They call us Istanphobes for everything now. Who cares?
Yeah,
I'm not worried about it.
I'm so used
I am
to it
unconcerned.
Anybody
that knows me knows I'm not an Istanphobe, so you know. Hey.
Did you go see the Ghostbuster movie with the all
No.
female cast? Oh,
No, I watched.
Now look, I actually own it too. I own it on Vudu because I got it for free for some damn thing. It's actually
even
on
for
my
free,
list.
you didn't watch it?
It's tainting my damn video collection, man. Yeah.
I've
would I
watched
watch
it. It's horrible.
I haven't watched it.
I watched it on the high seas with my dad, and my dad said, "What the fuck?" and he doesn't cuss. Okay.
Let's see. Thankfully, there are only 3 Indiana Jones movies. You've got that absolutely correct.
Yep.
Yep.
There are only 3 movies. I mean, dude, all you need to know about how bad this is going to be, Spielberg didn't want any part of it.
Yeah, Spielberg and Lucas didn't want a part of it.
They wanted no part of this movie.
They dragged them up on stage with KK, and then when they go, well, there's 3 people that, are that should be thanked for this, for, Lucas, the maker of Indy, Spielberg, and then the third person is John Williams, and Kathleen Kennedy had this face where that motherfucker.
What's up, Christopher Holly? What's going on?
Kathleen Kennedy's expression there, it's like when you're watching a movie and the like a homecoming dance, and the like the girl that wins everything that nobody likes, that's this sort of the villain, where she's just waiting to be named homecoming queen, and they named
everybody else
the nice nerdy girl instead.
That's
as
it.
the winner. Yeah.
Mean Girls.
I saw something on the net the other day. It was you know how they have every once in a while they'll have that one meme where Will Smith would be sitting there like presenting something to you, to the side of him, and they showed all the movies she produced, and it said people forget she produced all these great movies. I'm like, look at all the ones that were really great on that list. Yeah. She was a co-producer on every one of them with Spielberg or Lucas or somebody else.
But that meme puts all 3 of the Star Wars sequels.
Yes, all 3 of the Star Wars
Disney
movies. I was like, you're out of your mind.
That's not good. Those aren't good at all.
I mean,
but she did produce Rogue One. That the only thing she's done good.
The only good
Disney
Star Wars movie
is Rogue One. That's it. I mean, that and Andor. So I like both of those so far. So. Anyway, something else I wanted to touch base on. These guys have got some heavy baggage they're going to have to get through to be successful playing these parts. One of the things I was looking at was their track record so far this year. I mean, you got James Gunn's movie and shows that he said that he was going to do. And the first one is going to be Superman Legacy. It's the first movie that he's planning on doing.
Yeah.
Right? And we've also got the Authority, Batman and Robin, the
okay.
Brave and the Bold, which is going to be the Batman and Robin movie, Supergirl World of Tomorrow, and Swamp Thing. But the first one he's doing is Superman Legacy.
Well, okay,
And-
here's my thing, Joe, about that is why Authority, the second movie? You're going to come out
Yeah,
of
it
the
makes
gate.
because
That's
he likes
stupid.
off-brand shit. You
I
know
know
this.
but,
Yeah.
oh, that Authority movie. I mean, oh, why?
When they still don't have a Green Lantern.
You know what it should have
thing,
been,
you know?
and I'll say this, and they would have knocked it out of the park.
How dare you
Justice
speak of Ryan
League
Reynolds that
Dark.
way.
They should have just done Justice League Dark.
That I would, I still haven't heard any plans for that. And that's one of the few.
Stupid.
That's one of the few animated, because I don't watch much animated stuff. These guys are always telling me I need to watch the Batman series, and Knox always telling me I need to watch Rebels and Clone Wars and stuff like that. And I'm just not into the animated stuff. But I did watch Justice League Dark, the animated movie, but DC made, and I loved it, man. Because I wanted to watch something with Zatanna in it. She's one of my favorite characters in DC.
Now, the only difference between Star Wars and the rest of those things you named is that the Star Wars actually matters because it's canon, and you're going to see the results of it in the TV shows coming up.
Well, up to Kathleen Kennedy, it's canon, and then it just...
That's Rebels. Rebels is canon. That's what I meant.
I know. I'm
not talking about anything else. Yeah. So,
but
that's the reason I say.
Justice League Dark movie's a one-off. The animated movie's a one-off. It is. You're right. But they've got that they're wanting to do. Plus, I mean, just look at their track record this year. I mean, this has been a disaster for them. This one right here, and it's crumbling under the weight of this guy and them just not polishing the movie because the CGI is completely horrible in this flick. It's just some of the worst.
I still found Avatar to be worse, but
well, and I still got to watch that. It's on streaming, and my wife doesn't want to watch it.
It's a good movie. It's just I thought it was great. I actually thought this was a great movie too. But,
I'm probably gonna have to watch it at work or something because she didn't want to sit through a 3-hour Avatar movie. She doesn't. She wasn't a big fan of the first one, so
Well, now they're saying Blue Beetle is tracking for 12 to 15 million opening weekend.
How much?
12 to 15.
Yeah, and that sucks.
I mean, Blue Beetle's not really well known.
No,
he's not. But guys like John there are big fans. It's got a very niche. There's a lot of fans of the Blue Beetle out there, but you're right. It's not to the level of a Superman or a Batman. But I mean, dude, I remember when they put him in. I remember when they. I'm sorry, what'd you say?
There's always a chance that word of mouth will help it. Maybe not opening weekend, but after.
Well, it's got to be a good movie to begin with.
Right. If it's a good movie, people will go see it.
Yeah.
Well, it kind of like Guardians 3, where everybody was wary of it, but then word of mouth got around. So.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And isn't Blue Beetle? Isn't that launching the new phase?
No, it's not. It's not. But I believe he said that that character is going to be in what he's doing going forward. He did say it's going to be.
But...
Yeah, it may not be that actor, but that character is going to be in James Gunn's universe, no doubt.
Yeah.
What I was going to say was I remember when Injustice 2 came out and Blue Beetle was in the game. A lot of people freaked out over it. They just thought it was great that he was in that game, and they had a cool character for him in there. But if you look at the last 3 DC movies, man, they've bombed. All of them have, starting with Black Adam, which had The Rock behind it.
Yeah, I did watch it.
It was okay.
You can actually go back further than that and go to the Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Well,
which one?
Yeah. Now, hang on. You're absolutely right. Before I get going with this article here, you're absolutely right. Suicide Squad was a box office bomb, but it was, if you remember, it was also in that year where they released everything to streaming and to the box office at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay, so that really is what hurt that movie. I don't think it would have done much better if it was in the theaters for a little bit before streaming, but you got to remember that was, I watched it on HBO Max when it came out. I didn't go to the theater and see it. You know what I mean? So
I went to the theater to see it, but I see every superhero movie in the theater on opening weekend.
Yeah.
Except the
Black
Flash,
Adam, I did
saw
not
it.
go to see at the theater. I waited for it to come on streaming. You know what I mean? And
the first
this one here, it according to this, it lost $126 million.
Bloody hell!
Yeah, it made 393, but it was so expensive it needed to make a little bit over $500,000.
Well,
so
you see, if they would have done proper JSA, then the movie would have been better instead of the woke JSA. You know.
Well,
bullshit, you know.
I don't think that matters to John Q. Public, my friend. I'm just saying that nobody knows who Black Adam is. Okay, I don't think they really do. John Q. Citizen, they don't know.
Yeah,
who
the normies had no clue what was going on.
No.
Yeah,
and this was sold as a as a rock superhero movie, which is not what it was. You know, so. I mean, my favorite part of it was Pierce Brosnan, my boy, my favorite James Bond ever, as Dr. Fate. I thought he was, I mean, there wasn't enough of him in the movie for me. You know what I mean?
Hawkman was my favorite.
Yeah, Hawkman was cool. I got to say, Hawkman was cool.
I've always been a fan of Hawkman.
Yeah.
And
to Jed's point, if they'd have made a JSA movie instead of Black Adam, then yeah, they probably would have done better.
Would have made Bane.
He's actually kind of an inspiration for Knock. That's why I always had the metal wings.
Yeah, they would have made Bane because enough of the people out there that are our age, Joe, would have flocked to it and told their friends, their families, and it would have been gangbusters. But
we could do a whole show on who they're making these movies for now, dude. They're not making them for us.
No,
that now. If you haven't figured that out yet, let me clue you in. They're not.
Yeah, they would have made money, but no, they don't want to make money. You know.
Yep. Let's see. Fletcher says Dr. Fate looked awesome. That should have been the movie. Yeah, I mean, yeah, a JSA movie would have been badass. It really would have.
If you would have had Jay and everybody in there with Wildcat and fucking, just you have Flash, Green Lantern, all the JSA.
Yeah.
And then you bring Shazam in there as like you find him along the way, and then you have Black Adam, and then they get up to this point where the JSA has to help Shazam against Black Adam, and then they bring some of the other, and then Black Adam brings some of the other Legion from over that, and at the end of the movie you just this huge clash between JSA and the other league, and you just boom. That would have instant money.
Yeah, well, hey, if they would hire a few comic book guys, they might know this.
Yeah, dude. I was I pounded out a better script in 5 minutes than they did.
Roman of the Empire says Black Adam is not a hero. Dr. Fate was wasted in this movie. I love that character. Yeah, I agree with you completely.
Yeah, I agree with Roman on that.
Yes.
So.
And Jed, when you said you pounded it out, I was taken back to your stories about being under the bleachers. And,
somebody asked me about that because they watched the show the other night. They're like,
"Oh man,
Jesus, seriously?" I was like, "Yeah."
That's what happens when you put your shit in the street, bro.
Oh,
it's gonna come back on you.
I was younger. I don't give a fuck about that.
Yeah. But anyway, the other one that came out just recently, besides the Flash, is Shazam: Fury of the Gods, and I watched this. It was okay. It wasn't near as good as the first one.
It was just okay.
It lost $116 million.
Yeah,
116. And then the Flash. I gotta say, we did our review of it last week. It's got good stuff. It's a mixed bag. It's got good stuff. It's got bad stuff, and the CGI is horrible.
I hope what's her face makes it really big.
I hope she does too. because she did a great job in this movie. She really did.
I heard they made her cut her hair in this too.
Well, yeah, she's got short black hair. For some reason, they decided Supergirl needed to look like Ezra Miller. Now, I don't know why that is, but
she when she has long hair, she's really pretty. And I was like, why?
But what I liked about it was they actually had a version of Supergirl that I've always wanted to see. You know, the pissed off teenager from fucking Krypton.
Yeah.
That's the one I've always read about.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? My favorite run of Supergirl so far has been, you can laugh at me all you want, the New 52 run on Supergirl was really good, man. It was some good books.
Oh, you said a dirty word right there.
Yeah, I know. New 52, I know most people don't like it.
It's a dirty word in the comic book community.
I know it. But I challenge you, read those Supergirl books. They were good, dude.
That's the all new Marvel, like where they replaced all the heroes with woke versions of them. No, the all new, all different Marvel. Fuck both of them.
Christopher Hollis is nasty.
See?
Let's see.
Yeah, that's a dirty word.
Roman the Emperor says, I really don't like this version of Shazam, Captain Marvel. Yeah. And Fletcher says, yes, Shazam felt more like a sitcom than an epic tale. Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's for sure. So these guys have some big boot. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Also, the comics are always a canary in the coal mine. Whatever you see there, just you're going to see it on the screen.
You're going to see it on the screen eventually. At some point, you sure are, man. But my whole point is this. These two young actors have big boots to fill, and I just hope that James Gunn gives them some good material to work with. And his off-brand stuff, can he rein himself in enough to make a good Superman movie? That is what I'm wondering.
He's going to do it. He's based it on All-Star Superman, and that was really good.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between, for those of us that don't know, because I don't read DC Comics, okay? The only one I follow was Supergirl. That's it. So what is the difference between All-Star Superman and just the regular Superman?
It was a limited series, and Superman had to go and get into the sun for an experiment, and he got in the sun, and he had too much exposure to the sun, so bad that it gave him poisoning, and he was going to die within a year.
Wow.
Yeah, All-Star Superman is freaking awesome.
Yeah. And he's super powered too. I mean, he's supercharged.
He's supercharged because of the sun. Because he gained.
But it's killing him. His exposure is killing him.
Yeah. Because he's supercharged. And he had to find a way to tell everybody he was going to die. Especially Lois.
Super cancer?
Whoa. Yeah.
So what I'm hearing here is we're going to start off our new DC 10-year plan by killing Superman in the first movie.
You got to read the comic, but
I'm messing with you, Jed.
Is there an SPF he could have wore that may have helped?
Yeah,
right. Need some sunblock. Roman of the Empire says, my favorite version is Kingdom Come. I know it was but I loved one-off, I think is what they're trying to say. But I loved how terrified the other heroes were of him. I tell you, some of those one-offs are some of the best books you'll ever read, man. And that's why the one thing I do like about what Warner is doing, they're going to keep the Elseworlds label and tell one-off stories.
Well,
for instance, we got the Joker 2 coming out here. I think the beginning of next year.
In it, bro.
What? Lady Gaga's not talented? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Is that what you're trying to tell me, Jed? Because I'd have to beg to differ. The numbers say you're wrong.
Go watch American Horror Story.
I know. I'm just worried about the movie.
Did you like the first one?
Yeah, I love the first Joker.
Okay,
Joker was awesome.
Then have faith, my friend. Have faith.
Not to diverge too much, but it was reported today that one of Lady Gaga's heroes, Madonna, has been in the hospital since, I think, Saturday or Sunday.
Complications due to plastic surgery?
Yeah, I know.
It was some sort of bacterial infection, so that could be from that
She
could
probably,
be from surgery.
oh,
But they were able to keep it quiet for like 4 or 5 days, which is
I haven't heard of this even. But I agree.
That's because nobody gives a shit about Madonna anymore.
No,
since she, I mean, my God,
we still don't know what happened to Jamie
Madonna
Foxx.
did that strip tease on fucking what TikTok, and I played on EMF. Everybody's like, "What the fuck?"
Oh my God. Well, here's my deal. What is it with these super powered, talented singers that makes them feel like they have to destroy their fucking looks, man? Michael Jackson did it. This chick's doing it. What is
Megan Fox will eventually get there.
Oh yeah, she's already
they're
there.
basically all looking like
Meg Ryan was at the top of the movie industry, and she got collagen injected into her lips, and that bitch's career was over.
It's the Kim Kardashian effect. That they're all basically trying to.
They're all trying to be.
Knock his trio.
Yeah. Okay.
Melanie Griffith went down that road.
Yeah. Yep. I agree with Roman. Kingdom Come is awesome because they knew what Clark was capable of.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, the one-off stories, that's what I'm saying. I'm glad they're keeping the Elseworlds. We're getting a Batman too. We're getting, Robert Pattinson's Batman again.
Glitter Batman, basically.
Yeah, Glitter Batman. We're getting him again.
I was very skeptical. I went into it very skeptical, and I enjoyed it. So
I did too. It had good stuff. It was kind of like The Flash. It had good stuff in it. My favorite scene in fucking Batman, and it's a visual that I'll never forget in a Batman movie. It's when he's leading them out of the fucking stadium with the flare at the end of it.
That's
that is a great fucking visual for Batman. He's leading them out of the darkness, dude. It's fucking awesome. But I mean, everybody is gonna knock that movie for the knock on the door, right? Knock, knock, knock. I'm Batman.
I'm Batman. I'm Batman. Penguin, let me in. I'm Batman.
Let me in. I'm Batman. But it had good stuff. I love the chick playing the fucking. God, what is her name? She's that musician's kid.
Kravitz.
Yeah,
Zoe Kravitz. Yeah,
Zoe Kravitz.
She did a great job as Catwoman, in my opinion. I thought that was
okay.
Great.
They sold this movie as it was supposed to be Batman the Great Detective.
Right.
He didn't know what a carpeting tool was, and instead of looking it up, he had to have some random cop go, "Oh, hey, I know what that is. My uncle used to do carpeting."
Yeah, I was like, I saw that clip.
I didn't say it was all great, John. I said there was some good stuff in it.
John, I saw that clip and I was like,
I
saw it live on stream, and my first reaction was, "What the fuck, Batman?"
You can't know everything. He's not omnipotent.
Right?
He's a human. He's still human.
That's the thing is, he's supposed to.
He is
supposed to be that.
Will Snake says, don't think we need a sequel to the Joker. I said it after the first one, but it made a lot of money, so of course they did. Yeah, look, if there's a golden rule in Hollywood, gold makes the rules. So if it makes gold, you're going to see another one. Okay, that's just all there is to it. But I agree with you. This movie does not need a sequel.
No,
I mean, when I finished watching the Joker, I said, this guy, whatever his name is, the director, and I do like him. Todd Phillips. I said, look, this guy is obviously a Martin Scorsese freak, because what I just watched was the king of comedy and Taxi Driver smashed into a movie with Joker paint on it. That's exactly what we watched.
Yeah, it was kind of awesome, though.
Oh, yeah, it was great. It's a great thing. It was fantastic. Let's see. Meow. Christopher says, yeah, that's right. I did like Catwoman, man. You know what? There's not many Catwomen I don't like. There really isn't. Except for, and I even like Halle Berry. I don't like the movie, but I like the chick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's see. Fractured Filter says, no doubt it was intentional social commentary that shows how detached Bruce is from common people. Oh, they must be talking about something in the chat.
The carpet.
Yeah, they're talking over. And
the Kardashians. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, bottom line, I'm okay with the casting they did here. I just hope that James Gunn doesn't fuck this up, man. It's all on
that's
him,
the one word.
guys. Let me tell you, it's all on him. He's writing it. He's directing it. He's putting his nuts on the chopping block with this flick right here.
Yeah.
He's got to knock this out of the park, or the rest of their plan will crumble like dominoes.
Well,
if this one
with James
doesn't do
Gunn,
well.
it's his strength is his creativity and the fact that he has an ego, but that
Yes.
ego can also be a weakness.
Yes, it can be.
And
I
he needs
just,
someone there telling him when he has a stupid idea.
yeah.
Which
Oh, yeah.
Peter Safran's supposed to be
okay.
like the finance guy, but he's not a creative guy.
He's
so
not a creative.
He needs another
I like his
creative in there.
mindset. You know,
Yeah.
trimming the fat,
Well-
all that stuff. Well, he has to be. How far in debt? How many billion are they in debt? Like 49 billion, something
They're
like that.
not as deep in as Disney is.
No. Well,
I
don't know about that.
I would have said, okay, let's do something besides the second we do come out swinging with Superman, and then you put the stupid other second movie. Oh, okay. Let's be retarded and put this in as the second movie. Fuck you guys. Like, really?
Let me see. The Fractured Filter says the carpenter tool you mentioned is what I was talking about, that he could miss that. Yeah.
By the way, with Warner Brothers
he
Discovery,
said it's intentional that it was that
Right.
he intentionally didn't know what the carpenter tool was.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm.
with Warner Bros. Discovery, there's several things that are on the table in terms of they're looking at selling part of their music library.
Mhm.
Aren't they shopping CNN too?
Culture
They-
Casino
Yeah.
had a video the other day where he talked about how Jeff Zucker, who used to run CNN, might be part of a group that's trying to buy it from Warner.
Okay,
So-
that's what they're talking about, because I've seen some headlines that said the Zuck, and I was like, oh my God, not Zuckerberg.
No,
not
gonna
we
buy
don't need
CNN.
Zuckerberg to
Jesus.
own shit.
We already had that movie.
You know, if anybody gets it, give it to Elon. Fuck it. I'm okay with Elon owning shit. Fuck these motherfuckers.
Or what you do is you pick whatever network you want or whatever
Yeah.
a property you want, and you have Zuckerberg and Elon Musk have their cage match that they've been talking about, and the winner gets whatever that property is.
Dude.
Or,
You really
or
think
even-
those
even
two are going to
better-
get in a cage?
Even
Come
better,
on.
one of them
Yes,
they
they
both
are.
go on an island that they own, and they do like a survivor bit. Huh?
Oh
work.
man, I hear you, Knock. That would be cool.
There's an
Rome-
open island in the Caribbean that they could use.
Dana
See,
White
we
owns
got-
one, doesn't he? It'd be
Oh, I was referring to Pito Isle that
Mm.
what's his name owned?
Yeah.
Epstein.
Weinstein.
Epstein.
Yeah.
Well, that island.
Put it to good use, yeah.
yeah.
Let's see. Roman of the Empire says my problem with the Joker is that it didn't need to be the Joker. The decline of sanity was good. Slapping the Joker name on it was unnecessary, and Bruce Thomas Wayne bits were very forced. Yeah. Like I said, I've seen those two movies at separate occasions, and he slammed the two together. So
Yeah.
but I enjoyed it. I liked the first Joker movie. I really did. I thought it was really good.
Well, Superman needs to do well.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
That's my whole
Because-
point, guys. You heard what I think about
it.
it.
Come out of the gate swinging.
Well, we know it does for you, Jed, because you're like my buddy Dallas. He's a huge Superman fan.
Yeah,
as well.
dude, and
fuck
you
up
know I
Superman,
will.
You're not going to watch anything else the guy makes. I'm sure.
Well, if
So,
it comes out bad, I'm gonna point out all the fucking shit like I do with everything else. I would
implore
call
you
them
to
on
do
their
this.
shit.
Now, listen. I would implore you to do this because I had a good friend. His name was Harry Simon. Knock knows who I'm talking about, and he was a comic book purist.
Yeah.
Now, you're not quite that pitch, but
No, I'm
this
not.
guy was.
Yeah.
And he hated the Christian Bale series. He could not stand any of those movies. Hated it. Thought it was the worst thing they'd ever made of fucking Batman. And I was like, dude, he's just trying to show you, hey, if Batman was real, it might look like this. That's all
Yeah,
he's saying.
I
And he didn't want to
listen-
hear it. Of course, this is the same guy that wouldn't watch Big Bang Theory because he said it made fun of everybody that likes comic books.
Actually,
So.
I watched the whole series just
Mhm.
as fucking thing.
Yeah, I did.
Actually, there were some good parts in it that actually gave props to the comic books and stuff. It was comedy, but there was actually some good parts on Big Bang.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Don't get so laser focused on it. It
Yeah.
has to be true to every page of the comic book.
Yeah. I am sort of a purist, but
Mhm.
I'm to the point where, hey,
Well,
if you throw something against the wall and hey, you're good, but yes, please stick to the
Yeah.
lore and stuff. But if
Mhm.
you want to change just tiny things to make it look better or make it flow better, I'm
Right.
okay with that.
Yeah.
But don't
Roman,
fuck it up too much.
no, I hear you, brother. I hear you. Roman of the Empire says, yes, if Gunn doesn't stick the landing, it's all over. They
Yeah,
shouldn't even
I agree.
bother with any other production until that gets its first weekend box office. Well, I can tell you this, guys. First of all, everything's backed up in Hollywood anyway right now
Yeah.
because
yeah.
they still are on strike. The writers, June 30th, the actors are due to go,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the directors soon after that. So,
No, they made a deal with the Directors Guild
did
already.
they make a deal with the
Yeah.
directors? Okay. But I know the actors are fitting to go.
Yeah.
A couple of prominent ones, I think. What was it? Tom Hanks and J Law. J Law
Jennifer
was,
Lawrence.
yeah.
Yeah.
They
Well-
getting ready to pick up picket signs, I think.
Oh,
You
I
know.
agree with
The
Papa
reason why I said Superman's got to do well
Mhm.
is because he's making my Booster Gold series, and that
Dude,
better
want-
happen.
There you go. See,
Me and
everybody that's
John
fans
are-
of these obscure things he wants to do,
Uh-huh.
like Booster Gold,
Uh-huh.
you know, this is a linchpin. It's got to be done right. Man.
I agree with
Absolutely.
John because
Mhm.
for Booster Gold to get made, and I want that done just like John does,
Mm-hmm.
because I
Yeah.
want to see the blue and the gold because you know he's going to be on there at some point.
Yeah.
Superman has to stick it so we can see Booster.
Well,
I'm on that.
Me being a Marvel guy, I
Yeah.
always root for Superman to do well because
Yeah.
my comic books wouldn't even exist unless Superman had been made. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, I always pull for the OG, always.
Yeah.
Let's see, Papa Cotton. Hey, Papa Cotton. Oh my God, it's good to see you, man.
Yeah.
I've never
He
seen him on my
came
show
over-
before.
yeah.
Big Bang Theory is condescending. It's still laughing at the nerds, whether you want to admit it or not.
I will agree with
It's
that.
not
There
that I'm
is some of
admitting
that.
it or not. I'm just saying
Yeah.
this guy would not watch an episode because of it. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
yeah,
I'm gonna
and
watch.
I'm
gonna watch
I
Kaylee
know-
Kuko. I'm sorry.
Now,
I'm just
sometimes they do take a shot at Penny, like in terms of
Yeah, they
sometimes
do.
Penny, sometimes she's the butt of the joke too.
Yeah.
So it's like when she's the butt of the joke, it's like she represents the normies in a way.
right. Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Because she
they
would
even it
go.
out.
She'd be doing something there, and all of a sudden she would recreate like the ships from Star Trek, or like say something from Star Wars. She goes, "Oh my God, why do I know this shit?" Because
Because you've been hanging out with the guys, man.
And then she
With the
goes,
Geek
"Oh,
Squad."
it's my husband."
All right. Well, I think we can all agree that we
Uh,
want to see a good Superman, and
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
see anything, at least visually, that tells me that these guys can't do it. I know the girl can do it for sure. She actually seems kind of overqualified for this. She's won an Emmy,
Yeah.
and she's already an established actor. But I
Yeah.
hope this kid can pull off the
Oh,
Man
yeah.
of Steel act. I think it's going to be good. Okay.
He needs to beef
So-
up.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, somebody pointed that out. He needs to. That neck looks a
I
little
said that
skinny.
yesterday,
Yeah.
Joe. Yeah, I was like, he needs
Yeah.
to beef up. He needs to get
Hit the
muscle on him.
steroids, man. Do something. Yeah, you got to
Like-
put on some pounds. Okay, so
Do
next up tonight,
do DDP yoga and shit, man.
DDP yoga. Yeah, it works.
Yeah.
Next up tonight, we are going to try and create a playlist for you guys to watch. As far as I always put movies on in the background, we're doing a cookout, whatever, and on the 4th of July, I always put the patriotic theme stuff on. So
Yeah.
I'm going to share with you of course. Well, you see in that visual right there, each movie that I show for sure on Independence Day, and we're going to look at some lists that I found that look pretty intriguing, and first of all, I want to find out if what you guys think you should watch on Independence Day.
Hey, Joe, just a second. Show what Papa Cotton just said.
He says, not going to lie, I kind of wanted to see Elliot Page Superman movie they've been threatening us with. Oh my God. What's going to be great is when if Gunn's multiverse takes off, right?
Yeah.
If it takes off, or not multiverse, but if his, vision of DC takes off and they do a multiverse movie and they have a cameo of Elliot Page Superman, right? That would be funny as fuck. Kind of like the Nicolas Cage one they had in the Flash.
Oh, God.
Guy that the movie that never got made, but you know,
the movie that made Kevin
it.
Smith shed another tear again.
Yeah. Roman of the Empire says excellent selection. Yeah, that's the three that I like to do. Papa Cotton says I also want that just to implode the lot. Would be hilarious. Yeah, it would be awesome. It really would. But anyway, what do you guys what do you do on the 4th of July? What are your plans? What are you doing, John? You going with your sisters?
Yeah, I go with my sisters, and we usually have barbecue or something. And we always watch Independence Day.
Yeah. I think that's on everybody's list.
During the day.
Yeah.
And then we go out to the fairgrounds to watch the fireworks that evening because the city puts on a fireworks display out there.
Yeah. Okay. Matt, what do you do?
Nothing special. Probably go down to my dad's beach house and have some dinner with him and some other family members. And I don't think there's anything more American than eating a hot dog while watching Mel Gibson destroy someone with an axe.
That's right. Completely hacked them to death with blood flying everywhere. It's awesome. Yes. Knock, you going to see your parents, man? What's up?
Yeah. I'll be hanging out with the parents, the brothers, family, whoever shows up. We'll be hanging out this weekend mostly. I don't know what we'll do on.
Yeah, that's what sucks about this one. It's on a Tuesday.
I'm working on Monday, but I'm taking off Wednesday. But it's really dumb that 4th of July. They should change the date. I was kidding.
No, they should give everybody the day off beforehand, though, and give them a 5-day weekend. Yeah.
But then you'll have people saying, "I need that day. I need the 5th off too." Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, which is what I'm doing. So. But no. The Patriot Day's got to be is a mainstay. How you could not watch Patriot? Patriot on
the Patriot. Mel
Gibson on 4th of July. It's a necessity.
Yes, it is.
Especially this day and age where it's just flags are getting walked on.
Yeah.
Celebrate.
Spoiler
that's
alert.
The day. That's like the day to celebrate. So
right.
Spoiler alert. The first time I saw the Patriot, I thought they're not going to burn that church down. People inside they're not going to go there.
Really?
Yeah.
You must not know the British. Man, dude. No.
I was like,
I was wrong.
You were super wrong. I knew exactly what was going on. I was like, oh man, he's about to toast all these people.
Yeah,
every time I watch that movie, I think, Heath Ledger, you can't be slowly walking up to this guy.
No. Come on. This is not a vengeance
this
moment,
time,
brother.
This time you're going to actually kill him, right? Like, you're not going to let him just turn around and stab you and stuff.
Right, and sure enough, there it went.
Shoot him, whatever he did.
Oh,
it's like, come on,
man.
dude. Really?
Yeah. I'd have been unloading everything I had at that dude.
Yeah, me too. I'm like, I am vengeance incarnate.
Jed, what are you doing for the 4th, buddy?
Watch Independence. Maybe me and Sin will probably watch Independence Day and do some other stuff. So,
Papa, thanks for coming by, man. Appreciate you. Really do.
Appreciate
Roman
you,
of the Empire says, best Independence Day I had was when 2 of our debts on different ships.
You meant vets.
Okay, vets. On different ships met up in Divide and drank at the Irish village. That's nice, man. Cool. That's very cool. Very cool. And that's
I was telling Papa.
Okay. Yeah. Well, let's take a look at one of these lists I found. This one is from Movie Phone, and it says top 10 movies to watch on the 4th of July, and the number 20 is The Patriot. Top 10, and they give us 20. How nice is that?
Patriot
I wish you guys
higher,
could count.
Man.
Yeah, it should be way higher. I don't know what this.
Well, but are they ranked? I guess that would be the.
Yeah.
Like, do these numbers represent?
Let's see. Let's see. A Movie Phone has compiled a list of the best films to watch on the 4th of July, which includes movies that take place on or around Independence Day or just celebrate the United States growth and history as a country.
Let's give the benefit of the doubt and just say they're just giving us 20, and that happens to be just the first one.
We'll do that. But this should be way higher if it's ranked. no doubt.
If it's ranked,
Right.
that shouldn't be at 20.
Then
that should be in the
number
top
19 is
10.
Harriet, which I have not seen. The one about Harriet Tubman.
It's not about Harriet Osmond, the Osmond mom.
Negative.
No.
Okay.
Negative,
No.
sir. Not Harriet Tubman and the Underground Railroad. That kind of thing. Patriot games. I wouldn't even consider watching that on.
No.
I
4th
wouldn't
of July.
consider that
I'd watch it on St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, the Patriots game isn't a 4th of July movie, man.
I don't think so.
No, I think Air Force One would be considered, kinda.
How about this one? This struck me, and this is on a lot of these lists. Apollo 13.
Yeah, because
13 is
it's that spirit of American exceptionalism.
Okay, I agree. Okay, I'll let that one slide.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it's a story about a team effort to get 3 guys home, right? So
Yeah.
and everybody loves that kind of story.
That, and
right?
I think it came out I think the movie came out during the summer.
Yeah.
Could be. The American President, which this is. Oh, you haven't seen it? It's good. I enjoy it, man. It's a good movie. I like it. It's Michael Douglas and Annette Bening. It's about a widowed president that's dating somebody while he's in office, and by the way, if you're a fan of The West Wing, watch this movie because I'm pretty sure this movie was the inspiration for the movie, the TV show, The West Wing. I mean, Martin Sheen even plays the chief of staff in it, the guy that ends up playing the president on The West Wing. It's modeled. I mean, watching this movie, I feel like I'm watching an episode of The West Wing. Watching it, you know what I mean? So, and I'm a big fan of that TV show. What is it? What'd you say?
When was Bill Clinton president?
With the
seems like a little bit of inspiration there.
Yeah,
shirt,
definitely. It's a Democratic president. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
That's not what I was going with.
I did say this one. Remember, I did say Glory.
You did say Glory, and it's on a lot of these lists.
Yeah, I did say Glory.
I don't know. It just seems like it's more of a Civil War story.
That's
to me,
what
but
I said too. But I said it would probably pop up on a list.
But it's not the only. It's not the only Civil War movie that's on the list.
Yeah, and I know, and I'm like, huh?
No. Roman of the Empire says no. Also, Born on the 4th of July. No.
Well,
that's like the anti-patriot movie.
Yeah, it kind of is.
Well, if you do that, you put
Roman says this is not a good list.
You should put Forrest Gump on there because
are we going ahead on the list
July
in the chat?
in there too.
No,
yeah, let's.
He might be. I don't know.
Roman's in this chat, not in mine.
It's
so.
like when people put they play "Born in the USA" on as a patriot song,
right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's anything but.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Absolutely.
Dances with Wolves. I'm like,
Dances with Wolves. That seems kind of like an anti-American flick right there. I don't know why you'd want to watch that movie on the 4th of July.
Like, look at this.
Now this one is good to watch on the 4th of July. I'll tell you that right now. I would live free or die hard, guys. I was so happy after watching this movie because I was worried about it. I was like, man, this is gonna suck. They're going too far with these Die Hard movies. And then when I was done watching it, I was like, wow, they took it to a different level. This is awesome.
Maybe this writer had a deadline and fast approaching deadline.
This is what Fast and Furious,
right,
started as, and then it just kind of quit.
Okay, League of Their Own, dude.
League of Their Own. A League of Their Own is on a lot of these lists.
Why?
And for the 4th of July, it's got to be the patriotism of it, because if you think about the League of Their Own, it was brought up because our guys were gone to war at the time, and that's why this league started. So, that really seems like a fringe thing, though. You know what I mean?
It does. It just doesn't seem like it belongs there, though.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of great Revolutionary War movies that people consider iconic.
No. Yep. Like the Patriot. There's not many. Lincoln is another one, which on the 4th of July, no.
I just said
Forrest Gump.
Yeah, I just said it too.
It's on a lot of these lists. It is. It's on a lot of these lists. It's on a lot of them.
Not everyone from Alabama is, special.
Yeah, right. Life in
Saving Private
Alabama.
Ryan is usually one I do for like Memorial Day.
Yeah, that's a Memorial Day movie. I don't think
this
that's a
list does kind. It's
Yeah.
kind of bad, like Roman said.
Hidden Figures is on a couple of these lists I saw too.
I can kind of see it. It's
Interesting.
again
Yeah,
that
it's
a great
American
movie.
exceptionalism.
Yeah, it is a good movie. It's a really good movie.
It's not about
Yeah.
like accounting fraud or something.
No.
Okay, sorry.
No, the human calculators that worked for NASA
I got you.
when we were trying to get to the moon. Yeah, that's what it's about.
Roman
Let's
said,
see.
"Did the AI make this list?"
Did the AI make this? Yeah, I'm beginning to wonder. Now this one's on my list.
Yeah.
Captain America:
Yeah.
The First Avenger. Yes, this is always on my list for ever since I saw it the first time. That got added to my Independence Day list
Which
because
that movie did pretty at the box
Oh,
office.
Polly
but
came over.
Yeah, Latino slants
Look
here.
at Polly popped
Hey,
up.
Polly,
Polly.
how are you, man? Good to see you.
What's
Patriotic
up,
films.
brother?
He says patriotic films don't have to be war connected. League,
No.
Hidden, and Apollo 13 are great. Yes, they are. Absolutely. I was just saying the connection to 4th of July. It was what I was
Yeah.
speaking to. It's good to see you, Polly. Thanks for stopping by, man. And yes, I still want to do something with you, man. This guy right here, every time I talk to him, he's like, we got to do something together. And I'm like, dude, I'm so busy and he's so busy.
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll ever be able to do. You know what? I'm thinking about doing an interview show, and I'll reach out to you if I decide to start doing that, Paulie, because I'd love to get you on here and pick your brain, man, for sure. Let's see. Roman the Emperor says, Captain America was really underrated. I love it. Yes, it was.
Yes, I agree with
Was it
Roman on
underrated?
that.
Did it not do well?
No,
some people under it was felt.
Well, you got to remember, it was the beginning of the Marvel Cinematic
Yeah.
Universe. First of all, it was, I think, the third. No, it was the fourth of the Avengers solo movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And matter of fact, I'm pretty sure Iron Man 2 had already come out before this one did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Pretty
it did
sure.
not make a ton of money. I mean, it
Yeah.
made money, but it did not explode or anything in the
And
theaters.
a lot
Yeah.
of people were worried about how it was going to do going into it because really nobody had pulled off a Captain America movie yet. And they tried in the past a few times to do it, and
Yeah.
it just hadn't panned out,
You didn't like
but,
the one with Ned Beatty, Joe?
No.
Yeah.
No, sir. No, sir. Now, this one, I love that this is on the list right here.
Yep.
Jaws.
Because it takes place on the 4th of July.
Because it takes place on the 4th of July.
Yeah, Jaws. It would be.
I've
one,
never
yeah.
been a fan of Jaws movies. It's just never
Oh,
been.
dude.
Oh
man.
yeah,
Never,
Polly,
ever.
I would too. Like,
I agree, Paulie. I watched quite a bit.
I could. He says I could watch the Cap trilogy anytime. Well, Polly, I don't know if you know this or not, but my favorite MCU movie is the second installment. It's the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
That's to me that is the standard. Everything else is
That-
second best in my
It's
eyes.
actually
Having
the
Robert
fifth.
Redford in that gives it like a whole totally different level of
Oh,
credibility.
dude.
oh,
I mean,
yeah.
how awesome was he in
Yeah,
that
'Cause
movie?
he's not a superhero movie guy. So
No,
No, he isn't.
no, and he didn't play it campy. He played
Right.
that part
Yeah.
Played
really
straight.
well, man, to his caliber of acting.
There-
man.
there
He
was
really-
a-
And you know what? You know who else had? It had Tom Holland.
Yeah.
yeah, it had Tom.
So
Oh.
you know.
No,
They-
wait,
you
no,
got Tom
no, it
Holland.
did not. No, Winter Soldier did not have Tom Holland.
Oh, Winter Soldier. Oh, yeah. I don't
That's
remember.
Civil
Not
War.
unless he
I
was an
thinking of
extra.
Civil War. I was thinking of Civil War. I'm
So,
sorry.
Winter
Winter Soldier was not that great for me.
Yeah.
Civil War was the best of them for me.
No.
when he got
Winter
offered
Soldier
the
was not that
part
great.
for that in the second movie, he goes, I don't want to play a campy. Redford was like, I want to play a serious person, and they're like,
Yeah.
okay, boom.
Mhm.
He goes
Yeah.
and signs it on the dotted line,
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
So
Roman the Emperor says Iron Man, Hulk, Iron Man 2, Thor, and Captain America. Yeah, I knew that was the order.
Yeah.
I was pretty sure about that.
Wasn't Hulk
Um,
before Iron Man?
No, Hulk was the second one, man.
Hulk was the second one.
Remember at the end of the original Iron Man movie, you got Nick Fury. Oh, wait, you could be right. Because
Mechanically, I'm pretty sure Hulk was first.
no, Hulk. Let me think.
No, because Tony Stark shows up at the end of Hulk with because he comes up to General Ross.
Yeah. Said they're
and he said he has the Avengers.
said they were building a
initiative.
team or something
Yeah,
like that.
they're
Yeah.
building a team together.
Let's
Yeah,
see.
Iron
He
Man-
also
Iron
says
Man was
Jaws effed me up for life. Oceans,
Yeah.
lakes, ponds, pools, large puddles. Man, I walked into that movie. My dad took us to see that movie, and
Yeah.
I'm what? Jesus, that was 75.
Dude,
I was
yeah.
10 years. I was 10 years old, and my brother was 8. And we're walking in, and he's got my brother by the hand, and my brother. We walked in late, and the part we walked in on is the girl getting thrashed around, screaming in the water.
Oh.
And my brother said, "We're not going to see this movie." and he said, "Yeah, we already drug him to the seat, man." And it was just
I
mortifying
didn't
for my brother.
watch
To this
Jaws.
day, he does not like blood in movies, dude. He really doesn't. You know,
I
he's a
didn't
big action
watch-
movie fan, but he'd rather see somebody get beat up or something. He doesn't
Yeah.
like blood. You know, yeah.
I didn't get to see Jaws until like was it 79 or 80 because it came back out into the theater as a re-release.
Mm-hmm.
So because I missed the first time around because I was too young.
I took
So.
I had shown my daughter that movie before at home, right? And then my
Yeah.
local independent movie house had it one summer. You know, it was
Yeah.
a one night showing, and it sold out. And I got me and my wife and my daughter tickets, and I said, "Yeah, we're gonna go see Jaws." And she said, "I've seen it." I said, "Trust me, you have not seen it in a darkened theater. It's a totally different thing." And
especially with the
we
theaters
walked out of that
booming.
movie. She goes, "Yeah, Dad, you're right. That's a different movie when you watch it in a dark
when
theater
they
on the
had
big
that
screen."
those big huge theaters back in the day with the
Yeah.
surround sound
Mhm.
before like all the really good, but the ones that were just like thumping when
Yeah.
you heard every little just
Oh
sound.
man, the soundtrack was
Oh,
nerve wracking, man.
yeah.
Good Lord, it was
Looks like
crazy.
I talked about Robert Redford giving Winter Soldier credibility. Robert Shaw, his character in Jaws,
Oh my
it
God.
made the concept of a, huge vitriolic shark believable.
Oh, if you watched, let's see, Roman the Emperor said Winter Soldier is the best Marvel films. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
If you remember, after that movie came out, every movie had that kind of character in it that knew everything about the subject matter and was a tough guy. And
the sage.
Yeah. It was Richard Harris in Orca, right?
Yeah.
He was the guy that knew everything about killer whales and all this other shit. You know, they all had somebody like that. Yeah.
Well,
Too bad they
even
never
going
made
to
like
Jason Statham in Meg.
The Meg. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Same kind of character, right?
The Meg 2 is coming.
Oh yeah.
I'm waiting for it.
I need to go watch the first one because I know
John's-
it's up on like Roku or something.
John's all over it, man. John and his kaiju movies, man. He's got to see that big ass thing.
You had Jaws and Orca. I'm just surprised at some point in the late 70s, early 80s that we didn't get like a Flipper goes bad or
dude, that would have been awesome.
I was just thinking that. Where's the bad dolphin?
I was like, if Flipper would have went evil, that would have been awesome.
They had crazy shit. Okay, John may be the only person that remembers this.
Bye, Polly.
Who's leaving? Oh,
thank you for being here,
Polly.
I
Thanks for coming
appreciate
by,
it.
man. It's good to see you. Thank you very much. There was a movie called Grizzly about a friggin' grizzly bear that was killing people.
Yep.
I mean, they turned everything into every kind of animal they could turn into a flesh-eating monster. They did. It was ridiculous.
The great times of sci-fi.
Yes.
Anything.
Dude, did anybody ever watch The Last Shark?
No.
Because I'll come up with the weird old like ones that nobody's seen. Riff Tracks and Mystery Science Theater did it.
Yeah.
And it was
Mystery Science Theater. Oh,
yeah, dude,
I missed that show so bad.
That's how I found out a lot of all these B movies.
Yeah.
Like in the early 90s and stuff was from Mystery Science Theater. And then that started me down a rabbit hole of just all these really fucked up B movies.
Yeah. Roman Empire says Robert Shaw was brilliant. His telling of the tale of the USS Independence was so well done. Yeah, that was fantastic. That single scene right there, you didn't even need the blood in it. That single scene right there would scare the shit out of you if you didn't know anything about the water. I mean, it's just wow. It was iconic stuff, no doubt. Let's see. Roman also says, remember Alligator from the sewers? Yeah.
Yes.
They made all kinds of those things. All right, let's see what else we got on this list here, guys. We got 6 is Jaws. Number 5 is Hamilton, which it was okay.
No.
It's a musical.
I will agree with National
Wasn't there rapping
Treasure.
in that?
National Treasure is on a lot of these lists.
Yeah, I will
Should
agree
be.
with National Treasure.
Well, stealing of the independence is a pretty
Yeah.
good way to celebrate the.
Yeah,
So,
Yeah. Very cool. That movie is a lot of fun.
yeah, and
The
I
TV
did
shows-
anybody
TV shows-
just out of curiosity, did anybody watch the Disney Plus show?
No,
No,
I tried.
no.
I got 15 minutes in, and I was like, "This is dumb."
dude,
knows
not
everything.
you did
Like,
better
they
than
do-
I did.
There's certain characters that they try to make, and they're so OP that they could do no wrong, and that's what
Yeah.
they made the strong female.
Yeah.
Yeah,
per-
gotcha.
Oh,
Independent
knock! I
female.
got 5 minutes
I
in,
looked-
and I turned it off.
I looked at it, saw it didn't have Nicolas Cage, and I said, I'm out.
That's it.
Yeah.
I didn't even.
I was going to give it a try, but it was like
Yeah,
15
me
minutes.
too.
I was like, there's just nothing for me here. This is for 20-year-olds, and I can't relate to them anymore.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is for young people. Like this is
Oh,
not
look out.
not kids, but this is young adults, or adults that are
Yeah, I
early,
got you.
late teens and early 20s. kind of
Right.
deal.
I was just curious if anybody watched it because I didn't.
I tried.
Yeah.
I tried, got 5 minutes, and fucked off.
But
So.
I do like the National Treasure movies. I like that second one where they kidnapped the president. That's
I
pretty
think
cool.
my favorite is the first.
I like
one.
that Sean Bean didn't die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sean Bean didn't die. Yeah.
He
Also,
made it through that movie.
Top
Yeah.
Gun Maverick. Well, if you've watched my channel, guys, especially when my brother's on, you know that Top Gun Maverick is the best movie that's ever been made, according to him, anyway. He thought for sure it was going to sweep everything into the Academy Awards. You remember,
Oh,
Matt?
no.
You were watching the shows back then.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Those kind
Oh,
of movies
God.
do not win Best
I did finally
No.
see it, and it was okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
That's
did
right.
you notice
But
that
I
they
don't-
were
I
doing?
don't-
Go ahead, Knock.
I don't have the history with it that a lot of people do. 'Cause
Yeah.
Top Gun wasn't really my thing.
Did you notice that they were doing the Death Star trench run?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Did you notice that's what they were doing?
At the end of the movie, it turned into Star Wars.
Anytime
Which-
they did that for a lot of jet movies, so there's always got to be a trench run.
So I
You
was
can't,
like,
you can't have
oh,
a jet
man.
movie. You can't have a flying movie these days without a trench run.
Yeah. You understand what I'm saying, though. I thought it was freaking hilarious when I was
Even
watching
at
it.
the setup there, even at the setup when they were doing it, they were like, okay, it's gonna be 1-2 centimeters and you gotta hit the hole. I was like, no, they literally were doing it. It's like Star Wars. I was like, holy
Yeah.
shit.
But
Well-
it's a master class on how to do a legacy sequel, no doubt about it. They took a throwaway line from the first movie, Penny Benjamin's name, and turned it into a great character that enhanced the lore of the show. It was really good. I
Whenever
thought it
they
was fantastic.
whenever they played Danger Zone at the beginning of the movie, I got a little misty. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, I'm sure you did.
Yeah.
I'm sure you did.
When he
I took Dallas to see it, and you guys are gonna hear me say Dallas's name a lot. That's my buddy here in town, and he just thanked me for taking me to go see it. When we got up and left, because he loved it. He thought it was freaking fantastic. Let's see. Roman says, "I hated Top Gun, loved Maverick." Yeah, you know what? A lot of people think it's better than the original was. And their old story, man. Apparently the original's big in the gay community, especially because of the volleyball scene, and all the locker room scenes and all that shit, But yeah, I thought the second one, if you gave me a choice of which one to watch, I think I'd watch the newer one before I'd watch the old one. You know what I mean?
I agree.
But I do like the old one too. But
Kelly McGillis was not the best casting in the original. In my
no,
opinion.
it was not. She had what I like to call a fleeting 15 minutes in Hollywood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She
I think she
wasn't
did
around
like
long.
that and Witness with Harrison Ford, and that's the
Witness-
only two things I can think of.
Yeah, that's the only two movies I could think of with her in them that I enjoyed. Yeah, and it wasn't because of her. Anybody could have played that part in both movies. You know what I mean? Then I don't know why this is on the list. Every one of these lists has got it because it must come up in a search engine when they're writing it or something. This is one of the most anti-American movies you'll ever watch, and they got it on the list.
I can already think of two omissions:
Yeah,
Top Gun,
yeah, the original,
and Team America: World Police.
yeah. Why are those movies not on here? Right? Definitely shit can this one. Do
Air
not
Force
watch
One.
this on the 4th of July.
Yeah.
Air Force One.
Well, I've got a couple of other lists here, and actually, those two that are mentioned are on a couple of these other ones. And then, of course, number one is Independence Day. I think that's on everybody's list. Simply, the name matches for sure. One thing. Number two, it was when it came out. It was. I don't think they realized what kind of hit they had on their hands when they put this movie out. Really didn't, because that movie. I mean, we were into, I think, let's see, 96. We were a couple of years away from The Matrix being made, right? I think that one came out in 99.
Yep.
And that we really didn't have any big franchises going right then. Star Wars was at a lull,
Yeah.
and this was billed as today's Star Wars when it came out. I remember watching the little scenes they would show on the talk shows and stuff, like the scene where they attack El Toro, right?
Yeah.
And the guy's cigar drops out of his mouth and he sees all the spaceships coming in and destroying the place. Yeah, it was pretty impressive.
One of the coolest thing was during, and I don't know if there's any relation between the two, but anybody remembers Star Fox 64?
Uh-huh.
And they have that scene where they're attacking the base and they got the big mothership right above the pyramid, and it's the only map in the game that you're free roaming around the map. Every other level in the game is you're following a certain path.
Yeah, you're on rails basically.
You're on rail basically. Yeah, rails. But in this one, you're flying, and it's basically, like, to me, it was Independence Day, because that's right when that movie came out.
Yes, I agree with you on that.
So to me, I was playing Independence Day, on the 64.
That's cool, man.
That's how I always remember it.
What? Now, I bought the game when it came out. I'm trying to remember if I had that on a Saturn, though. I think it was on Saturn that I had that game.
It's a Nintendo exclusive. So.
No, I'm talking about Independence Day. The Independence Day game. You could actually fly. They had actual.
I didn't know that was a game.
Most of it was. Yeah, it was a flying one. You flew underneath the disc, killing shit.
Yeah.
Okay, and the goal was to get to where you fly the spaceship, like at the end of the movie. Okay. And but everything took place underneath a disc, okay. And at the end, what you were doing was you were doing the Randy Quaid, I'm back shit. You were blowing up the fucking ship at the end of it. But you could fly as an A-10, you could do an F-14, I think it was, a Tomcat. And there were several different. Did you ever play it, Jed? I think I played it on the Saturn system. I think that's what it was on.
Yeah, I did play because I went over.
But yeah, that was a lot of fun. That game, and I don't usually play flying games. I usually don't. So let's see if this one will have anything that we missed.
Hamilton first right away.
No. This isn't ranked. This is just thrown together.
So my two honorable mentions for me were. That I usually see around this time is Black Hawk Down and We Were Soldiers.
We Were Soldiers and Black Hawk Down. They're good war movies. I don't know.
That looks like John Hamm right there.
Yeah, it does look like John Hamm. That's the movie 1776.
Came out in 72.
Yeah, came out in 1972.
He's a vampire.
Team America. F yeah. That's right. Fuck yeah. Avoid the sequel. It's a burning bag on your porch. Yeah, I was kind of scared by that earlier list because I've already gotten rid of it, but I don't know if you noticed that original picture that was at the top of that headline for that list was from the sequel. And yeah, I have not seen the sequel. I have no intentions of seeing the sequel. But
Independence Day is terrible, dude.
Yeah.
I saw
Will
it.
Smith probably made the right decision not to be in it.
Yes, he definitely did.
I think he had
Apollo 13's on this list again. Yankee Doodle Dandy.
I will agree with that there. Yankee Doodle Dandy was pretty good.
Yep. 1942. It's an old movie, but it's a good one for Independence Day. You got the American President again, Hidden Figures again.
You know what? I'll bring an old.
There's Air Force One. Yeah.
I'll bring an old one up too. It does have 4th of July and a bunch of other patriotic stuff in it. Holiday Inn.
Holiday Inn, yeah.
Would be.
Is that one of the road movies with Hope and Crosby?
Yes, and then you have White Christmas is the follow up to it. Yeah. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll buy that one. The Sandlot come up a lot on these lists. Now,
Yeah.
I've never seen this movie. Tell me about this one, John.
I was thinking about Field of Dreams earlier, so I could see it having a
Field
baseball
of Dreams,
movie on
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I don't know. I saw it once, and that was years ago. It's just some kid's baseball movie.
Really?
Yeah, it's yeah. I would say Field of Dreams would be more than Sandlot, because Sandlot was this kid that wanted to play baseball, but he had the American, like, he came. I think his family came from another, like, Nicaragua or something, and they moved to America, and he wanted to be a big baseball player. So
okay. Well, it is America's game.
yeah.
So let's see. Roman of the Empire says Patton is a personal favorite. Yeah, I mean, I could see any, America winning a battle war movie could work, but
Yeah.
but well, the opening speech, he does it in front of the American flag, right? So I
Yeah.
guess but yeah, Sandlot. I don't know about that one.
Mr. Smith.
Mr. Smith goes to Washington.
That's a great movie.
Yes, it is. It's a fantastic
I
movie.
would say yes for that.
Yeah, this could work on the 4th of July.
Yeah,
It's about America and how
they-
government works and all that good stuff. Yeah.
Oh, Will Snakes has got to go. So.
Well, guess what's changed in 84 years since
Nothing.
Yeah.
Not a damn thing.
Nothing.
We got some of the same ones. Flags of Our Fathers. Now, I never saw this. It was directed by Clint Eastwood, though.
It's about the raising of the flag at Iwo Jima.
Yeah,
it is.
Mm-hmm. But once again, that's a war movie to me. American Graffiti. I thought this was a stretch too.
That's a stretch. That's a huge.
I think that's a stretch too.
That's a huge stretch.
Well, that, and I think it's still they're still in school.
Miracle. I could see.
Now
Miracle.
this I could see on the 4th of July.
Yes, Miracle would work.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it took us so long to beat them.
Dude, I remember watching that when I was a kid.
I actually didn't watch that one until a couple years ago.
Oh,
It's a great
I was
movie, man.
jumping up and down, breaking shit in my grandfather and grandmother's house when that shit, and my grandfather's like, "Calm down, son." Like,
And you would have had to seen it on tape delay.
Right?
yeah.
We got Independence Day. Stand By Me. I don't get that one.
Stretch.
Let's go see a dead body for
That's
Independence
a
Day.
stretch. It's a huge stretch. right
Yeah.
there.
Superman 2, maybe because he takes the flag at the end of it to put the capital back together.
yes.
Maybe. Glory, there it is again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Glory
Moonrise
has
Kingdom, I don't even know what that is.
No, not Moonrise Kingdom. They can go fuck right off with that one.
It looks like a Wes Anderson movie. Is it?
It is a Wes Anderson movie.
No,
Yes.
Yeah, I can tell just by
no.
looking at the photo of it.
Yeah,
Right?
no, that's not a 4th of July movie.
I didn't think so. Gettysburg. See, once again, this is a Civil War movie to me.
Yeah.
So then you got American
It's a
Sniper.
war movie that's PG. That's weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
Yeah.
American Sniper. I still have not seen this movie. Still have not.
I've only seen the picture of that fake baby that they had.
Yeah, the fake baby was terrible.
Yeah, it was.
It is like they could have framed that so much better if they were going to use a fake baby.
Well, I think we were on an MF for one night when me and Matt and Matt brought up American Sniper, and Mad Mardigan went the fuck off on American Sniper. And then you bring up, what is this, the other movie he hates? And then he went off again, and so for about an hour,
It's not the Hurt Locker, is it?
Yes.
It was Hurt Locker.
Yeah, okay,
It was
God,
American
yeah.
Sniper and Hurt Locker, and he just went the fuck off for like almost 2 hours on these two movies.
Well, I
also-
tell you, the main reason why I haven't watched it is my son was involved in that conflict, and my wife didn't want to watch it, because of it, and I just haven't gotten around to seeing it. Let's
Here
see.
you go, Joe. I got you a clip here.
Okay, yeah. What is this fake baby stuff?
Oh god,
Baby
it's so
crying
bad, dude.
softly.
It's so bad, dude.
It's so fake.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can
What in
tell,
the fuck? Is that baby dead? Quick, do compressions, bro.
Moving the arm. They had the little arm moving.
Actually showed.
He was using his thumb to do it. You could see it.
Yeah. We actually showed that clip on the cocktail lounge on the MFer, and
oh yeah, he's using his thumb to move the arm.
because you know Mad Mortigan, he got hit by shrapnel and it burned half his body and shit. You know when
I'm a Clint Eastwood fan. I'm a Clint Eastwood fan,
now,
so I want to see it eventually.
He had an issue with Top Gun Maverick on the beach football scene. He didn't like the fact they had a girl in it.
Yeah, well, you know, he's kind of like Mad Mortigan and Dermy should hook up, man.
Right. Let's see.
The
Wheel Snakes says gotta go. All right, good to see you, man. Thanks for coming. Roman of the Empire, American Sniper is a good movie. Fake baby, not so great.
Yeah, like.
Then you got Saving Private Ryan. Once again,
I just want to know who made that decision. Like who decided that?
Hey,
why can't you get a real kid, man? Well, you know who made that decision? Clint Eastwood made that decision. Clint Eastwood made that decision.
He doesn't know what to do with
the director.
He doesn't
likes to shoot things fast, so he may have been like, "Oh, the baby got sick. Well, we're doing the scene anyway.
We're doing it anyway.
Doing it live."
Yes, because that I could buy, Matt, because he is well known as one take Clint. He gets the shit done and gets on with it.
Yeah, he's like, hey, fuck it, we're gonna do the thing.
Fuck it, we're doing it anyway. Get me a fake baby in here. Just move his arm with your thumb.
Yeah. He's like, just
all right, moving on.
Let's have a little cry in the background. Okay,
yeah,
we're good.
It's true though. What Matt said is absolutely true.
Yeah.
I could see Clint Eastwood doing that. Absolutely, no doubt.
What if there's like outtakes of Bradley Cooper slinging it around? And
banging it against the wall.
He's like,
it just won't wake up. Top Gun, of course, is on this list. Right? Yeah. And I think that's on the list basically because of the resurgence with Maverick. To Kill a Mockingbird. No. This is not an Independence Day movie.
No.
It's not even allowed in schools anymore. I mean,
and which I don't understand. It's a great movie. Don't get me wrong. This is a fantastic movie.
They won't even let the book in schools no more.
That's wrong.
There's a conspiracy theory that Truman Capote actually wrote the book, but
what? Okay. Yep. Forrest Gump once again is in there. National Treasure Book of Secrets.
I've seen the first movie more than the second.
Yeah. Then you got Captain America, Jaws.
Yeah.
G.I. Jane is on this list.
Oh, man.
Yes. Another war movie.
Just don't tell Jada Pinkett Smith that she looks like her.
Right? Man. Just don't do that. You
don't talk about my wife.
And they ended up getting divorced anyway.
Get my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
All that, and they still got divorced.
Yeah.
You're right.
He's just wow.
I like when someone did they did a parody of it and they spliced it to where Will Smith is saying, "Keep effing my wife." And Chris Rock goes, okay. Or no, he goes, I will.
Oh man. Of course the Patriots there. Young Mr. Lincoln. I saw this on a couple of lists too. Now I've never seen it. Not sure why Lincoln needs to be brought up, but The Crossing.
Oh, that's a good one.
And it's about George Washington, so I could definitely see that one on here.
Yeah, it's just not a really good movie.
It's terrible.
I liked it. Yeah, it's nothing crazy, but
How about some Red Dawn on the 4th of July?
That's patriotic.
Yes, it is.
I can see that.
I could see this one on the 4th of July.
Yeah,
no doubt.
What new one? They've only made one Red Dawn.
There's only one Red Dawn movie, sir.
I don't know this Red Dawn. I know the other one. I don't know.
Are you serious?
You need to watch the OG.
Watch
original.
this one, buddy. Yeah. Watch this one. It's so much better. It's so much better than that. I mean, you got the concept and everything from the Helmsworth one, but trust me, this one's so much better. It really is. All three of these guys went on. They weren't. Swayze was an up and comer at the time. He wasn't full blown A-lister yet. Okay.
He wasn't full blown Dirty Dancing yet.
No, he wasn't full blown Dirty Dancing yet.
Well,
Martin Sheen was just getting, or excuse me, Sheen's kid Charlie was just getting started.
Let me rephrase that. He wasn't full blown Roadhouse yet, my brother.
No, he wasn't full blown Roadhouse yet. Roadhouse.
Roadhouse.
That's it.
I
But
had
yeah, you need to
our
watch
show
that
in
one.
there somewhere.
It was in 1984.
Well,
It was the first year I was in the Army that came out.
Mm.
Knock, and it's a really good movie. Totally. Now let's get this straight. Totally, this invasion could never happen. Wouldn't happen in a million years. We'd cut it off before it even got here. Kind of thing. But if you get past that premise, it's a really good movie.
I mean, we would take, we would be proactive. Like if there was a spy balloon sent over our country, we would definitely shoot it down before it got
we
here.
definitely shoot it down. Who cares that? Who cares that we shot it down after it was 3/4 of the way across the country?
Wait. How bad
No, it
would
was
you
all the
feel
way
to
across
be
the
the
country.
pilot
Listen,
that has
down
that?
the paperwork was being rushed. Okay, via U.S. mail. All right, we have to use the legal system. All right.
It didn't have all the
Careful,
proper
man.
signatures.
Careful, man. There's a beverage here. What the hell?
Wait. How bad would it feel to be the pilot that you have a balloon shut down on your?
You waited all your
Combination.
life to be in this. So you got to go
Everybody
take
gives
down a
you
balloon.
shit. Yeah,
I'm
for
an
shooting
ace.
down
The
a balloon
my
on your
fifth,
plane.
my fifth one was a balloon.
Or can you imagine trying to shoot a balloon and you miss?
Oh my
Yeah.
god!
That was a school. That was not the balloon. So, way to go.
Okay.
They may come out with the third Top Gun movie. Top
you guys
Gun
are gonna kill me.
balloon. Yeah.
Oh, good. Top Gun balloon.
Yeah, this is your toughest test yet, Maverick.
Toughest test
You
yet.
got to go up against a balloon and it's 20,000
It's moving at
miles
an entire 3 miles per hour.
an hour. Can you do this, Maverick?
Oh my
We
Are you
have to
able to
have our
not
faith
overshoot
in
the
you.
target?
We know you're 60 years old, but you have to get in that plane. Yes.
Here's one of the
Okay,
weirdest
what the
ones I
fuck?
saw. I know what you did last summer. The only reason why it's on this list, it takes place on
Like
4th of
during the
July weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
No.
allow it, and I think Joe knows.
I
why.
will always allow this young lady in anything you want to show me. No problem. No problem at all.
But it has nothing to do with patriotism.
It has nothing to do with patriotism. Guys, if you saw a picture of my second ex-wife, that's her. That's what she looked like. And yeah, turned out she just wanted to be with me to get free booze. But I found that out, and
That sounds fair.
Oh, I had one of those at one point, Joe. So yeah.
But
Yeah.
anyway, Jennifer Love Hewitt is on my list of that
Yeah.
Tuxedo was one of my favorite movies.
Tuxedo is one of the greatest movies ever made because she's in it, bro. Yeah, absolutely.
The
And,
only thing that made it good was Jackie Chan. So,
And that's their list. So I would say the best ones, of course, the three that I came up with. Now this list is crazy. IMBD comes up with the stupidest shit.
what Abraham Lincoln Vampire?
Abraham Lincoln,
How many
Vampire
lists are you going
Hunter's
to go
on
through,
there.
Joe, to not do the games? Huh? How many lists are we going to go through before you get to the main
Oh,
list?
Okay,
You're
all right.
not just like,
Come on.
There you go.
motherfucker,
Come on,
what
man.
did
Are you happy, man? Are you happy?
There's
Not just
Every
one
other
thing
list.
that's gonna
Well, let's do
kill
the
you.
same list 3 times, but we won't do this fucking list until the last 10 minutes of the show.
Listen, man.
He's like,
They're
come
not-
on, why is it every week it's the last 10 minutes and we kill it?
Hey, man. Hey, it's a long list.
there's
We're gonna chop it down bit by bit. I like talking about
Uh,
patriotic stuff. You know my
no, I'm
superhero.
just
Wait,
messing.
wait.
My
Joe, one
superhero
of these,
is damn
one of these
patriot,
weeks,
bro. Okay.
one of these
There
weeks
is one-
on the Wednesday show, you're gonna see Knock coming up behind you. I'm like, motherfucker, I want that game list.
I'm gonna start putting it as my little tag here. Like,
All right.
I
Well,
want this one. I want
we've
number
shown you
83.
plenty. We've shown you plenty of movies to build your own list, but I highly
there's
recommend.
one I've seen on
you need-
several lists that it wasn't on those.
What's
That's
that?
Zero Dark 30.
Zero Dark 30.
Yeah.
I did see that on one that I didn't use, but I haven't seen that one. Do you think that
Yeah.
that doesn't qualify as a war movie?
Well, it's one of those. I'm not sure it actually belongs, but I've seen it on some lists. It's about the killing of Osama bin Laden.
Yeah, I know what it's about. I just haven't seen it yet. That's all.
Did you see what Roman said?
I'm pulling it up now. He says By these standards, Planet of the Apes should be on the list because of the Statue of Liberty. No doubt. Yeah, that's for sure.
Good one.
Absolutely. But I would say you've got to have Independence Day. You've got to have Mel Gibson's The Patriot. And actually, guess what? Those two movies are directed by the same guy, the guy that loves destroying the earth, Roland Emmerich. Both of them are directed by him. So you definitely want to put those two on there. But other than that, find you something patriotic. Just don't put, just because you see 4th of July in the title, do not put on Born on the 4th of July, okay? It's an anti-Vietnam movie. It's about protesting the Vietnam War by vets that were there, and it's not a patriotic movie. It's just not, okay?
Nope.
But the only thing patriotic you can say about it is it's a testament to the First Amendment. That's about it. That's about all you can say about it, because they had the free speech to say that stuff. You know what I mean? That's about it. Okay.
I love it when Tom Cruise says, "Love it or leave it."
Love it or leave it. Yeah, I do like that line when his brother's giving him shit at the dinner table. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Love it or leave it, man. Talking about the country, the U.S. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so let me find it real quick. Yes, Knock. The last 15 minutes, we're going to get into the list, bro.
I mean, it's 13 now, but...
Well, whatever.
Oh.
Whatever. Let's see how many we can get through. We left off at, 73, wasn't it? 73 last time?
I don't even remember. It's been so long.
I can tell you right now. Pretty sure it's 73 or 74.
If you put it up, we can see it, and we can see which one.
Yeah,
I'm scrolling through it to find it. Let's
He's
see.
scrolling full, but doesn't want
Let's
to
see. No, I would say it's 76 we left off on Super Smash Brothers.
Yes, we did.
Because we did get into GoldenEye, and we did get into Super Smash Brothers. So the next one is Spelunky 2. Now, I don't even know what that's about.
I'll see you later, Roman.
Roman's
Have
gone?
a good Independence Day, brother.
Take care, Big Daddy. Thanks for being here, bud. Good to see you. Take care of yourself, bud.
Yep.
I don't even know what that's about, guys. Do you?
Spelunky is
it's
like
a platformer.
It's a platformer where I played it for like maybe an hour and got bored.
Yeah. So we don't need to talk about it. Okay.
Yeah.
Return of the Obra Dinn. Am I reading that right?
Yeah. It's an indie game. So.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Dota. Yeah.
Dota 2.
Oh yeah, that's the League of Legends. Think League of Legends.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's League of Legends.
It's a MOBA. It's a MOBA game. It's where
It's boring.
It's just you're on a battlefield, and it's like PvP ish kind of. You're just like these characters have superpowers. You go against. It's PvP.
Yeah, the original the Dota was Dota, which is what is it? Defender of the Ancients.
Mm-hmm.
Was a mod for Warcraft 3.
Okay.
And completely changed. I mean, it's completely different how the game's played, and it created the MOBA genre.
Okay. All right. Well,
it's definitely a huge genre, or at least especially in the early day of Twitch, like League of Legends.
Yeah.
Mario Kart
on top.
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
It's
a Mario Kart game. I'd play it.
Yeah.
I have it.
Yeah.
So on the
I don't
Switch.
have it because I'm tired of paying $60 for games that have been out forever. But
yeah.
I mean,
never push down their fucking games.
Unless they're gonna change the graphics drastically or something. I mean, one of these.
Oh, you
Mario
mean
Kart
like on the new
games.
Mario RPG where they remade it?
I guess.
I'm gonna get that. I have some fun.
You go, man.
Now,
It came with
Donkey
my Switch,
Kong?
so-
Donkey Kong?
Yeah, definitely Donkey Kong.
Yeah, Donkey Kong was one, like Mario. Donkey Kong and Mario helped define and save.
Well,
video
wasn't
games.
Mario a character in Donkey Kong? I think it was. He
Yeah.
was Jumpman, right?
Jumpman.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Mario and Donkey Kong saved video gaming like back in the 80s when they had that huge crash.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
The Sims 3. We got another Sims game. We all know about
Sims,
those.
Yeah.
Dude. And here's what pisses me off: we'll never see another Splinter Cell game.
Now, why is that?
Because they just. I don't know why they don't do it. There are so many people out there that wants another. I have this. I beat it.
Yeah.
There's so many people out there that want a new Splinter Cell game, but they will never put it out. They do give us cock teases of putting Fisher in other fucking games, but they won't give him another fucking game.
My brother used to play this one. It's a stealth game, right?
Yeah, I have all
Yeah.
of them. I have
And,
every single, even the
he
shitty
loved it.
ones where Michael Ironside doesn't do the voice, which is shit. Because
Mhm.
Michael Ironside is Sam Fisher.
Right.
Like-
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
He told me that right away when he was playing
Yeah.
the game.
Maverick,
Yeah.
by the way.
What's that now?
Michael Ironsides and Tom Skerritt should have both been in Maverick, at least for a cameo.
Yeah.
You know, I thought the same fucking thing. They're not dead.
Yeah.
You know, at least be look at Iceman's funeral, right?
Yeah.
They could have been in
Yeah.
that scene, right? I thought the same thing. I thought it was kind of weird that they weren't in that movie.
Yeah. I was,
Okay. But yeah, I never played it. I don't like stealth games that much. You know, I like to get in, whoop ass.
Yeah, I
but,
beat
Man.
every one of them. Yeah.
we got another Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island.
I didn't like this as much. I didn't like this one as much as the first game. Super Mario World, I 100%ed. This one, I played it for maybe like an hour and got rid of it. And I just,
Now, I'm not sure. It's been a while since we started this list, but I think this may be the first horror game we've seen.
Silent Hill.
Silent
yeah,
Hill
too.
2.
I think we saw Resident Evil, didn't we?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, we
yeah,
saw
Resident
Evil.
Evil was on there.
And
Yeah.
I did say Resident Evil should be higher because,
Mhm. What do you think of Silent Hill? Should it be higher on this list?
yes, because
For me, it's fine, but I've never been one for it. It definitely should be on the list.
Like,
Mhm.
I'm one of these people that will play everything. So that's the reason why I know all the games. I will play RPGs. I will play horror. I will play, like, driving games. I'll play...
I've tried. I've dipped my toe in the
Yeah.
horror genre, but, you know, it's just...
That's the reason why...
It's
whenever
boring.
Yeah.
To me, it's boring, you know, and it's jump scares. And that's not scary to me. I'd rather watch a horror movie. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
But they did
All I
have
know is I
some
couldn't get
bullshit.
into fear because I can't do
Yeah.
kids.
Like,
Screw that.
if
I can't
you
do
want
kid
to...
ones.
the game Fear?
Yeah, the game
Game?
Fear that has that little
Yeah,
girl.
it took people a
no.
bit. They dragged out things in Fear a little bit too much, and they
Yeah.
should have like did it. It's like,
Well,
you know,
yeah.
if you want a really good horror game, play Dead Space.
I hear you.
That
What are you
is a
saying,
really good
John?
one.
Yeah.
the next one should be higher on the list.
Yes, it
The
should.
next one being Grand Theft Auto San
Because-
No
Andreas.
doubt.
That should
Yeah.
be in the top 10, shouldn't it?
All we had
San
to do was
Andre-
follow
I
the
would
damn
say
train,
top 20.
CJ.
Yeah.
Oh, say that again.
All we had to do is follow the damn train, CJ.
yeah, yeah.
You know what's funny? I watched the video yesterday where they were discussing stuff that's going to be in Grand Theft Auto 6 when it comes out in 2035. That they're actually bringing back the CJ, going to the gym and buffing your guy up.
Cool.
Really?
And I also heard
Yeah.
it's like a combination of Vice City too.
Yeah, it's a bigger map of Vice City. It's like during
It-
that time piece.
And then I've been wanting them to do Vice City since Vice City came out, and I'm like, why are you?
then you can play Vice
motherfuckers-
City.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, so you do for 6 Vice City now? Like,
You know what would be cool if they had a bigger map for Vice City is to include the Everglades.
There
yeah,
definitely seem to be some islands on that map that they think. That's
yeah,
gonna be out
that we because I've seen the map.
What I thought was really cool is that they were talking about the dynamic weather system. They were talking about how the clouds are going to be actually formulated, and they're not going to be just 2D clouds up in the sky. They're going to be actual clouds with condensation, whatever in them.
Yeah, and
being built and formulated and stuff like that. And then
for the
rain
listening and
over-
watching audience, I have never played this game. I played it
I-
for
I-
10
I
minutes,
can't-
and when I found out I had to shoot cops in the first Grand Theft Auto game, I was like, nah.
Oh,
I
dude,
can't
I
do this.
can't wait for GTA roleplay for 6, but that's like years off.
yeah,
because
there's-
they have-
it's going to be a while
Yeah.
before online gets. It's not going to be.
Yeah,
day one online.
it takes about a year or
Good.
two for GTA.
I will give it to
roleplay.
Rockstar, though, man. They
Yeah.
put their nuts into their video games. They really do, man.
Yeah, this one's
It may
gonna
take
be-
them a long
it's gonna
time
have
to make a
two.
game, but wow,
So,
when it comes
number
out,
five
it's good.
Number 5 had 3 characters in it. This one's gonna have 2. It's gonna have a male and a female in it.
Yeah.
So those are gonna be your protagonists, so you can switch
Wow.
back and forth.
That'd be
from.
pretty cool if the female was Tommy Vercetti's daughter. Or...
It's
Dude,
gonna be like a
that'd be
Bonnie and
cool.
Clyde kind of deal.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
Wow.
I wonder if you could change the characters and make them like different ones. Like what was the Oliver Stone movie?
You can change how they
Woody
dress
Harrelson in
line.
it, man.
Yeah.
Huh?
Born
Do
on
what?
the 4th of July.
No, not Born on the 4th of July.
Shit, fucking Matt.
The serial killer movie, man. You know the one I'm talking about.
Natural born killers.
Natural Born Killers. That's it. Well, make them like that, right? Running around on the crime spree and everything.
Well, I know I'm gonna make the chick look like what's her name from The Last of Us too, and gonna go to the gym every day. And
Oh man, Big Mama Pump, Big Mama Pump, gonna be out there messing people up. Look out! Oh no! But yeah, I've never played this franchise, but
Yeah,
I know the games are fantastic. By everybody I trust loves this game. Well, hell,
Yeah,
I'm
San
hearing 3
Andreas.
guys on this panel
Yeah.
that obviously enjoy playing this game.
Yeah,
Well,
I beat
ever
I
since
beat
number
the
3.
crap
Yeah.
out of this.
Yep.
And there was also the hot coffee thing that was in here too.
Yeah.
So where
Yeah, the
Yeah,
hot
even-
coffee thing. I know all about that. I've seen plenty of videos on it.
The other
I
great
even,
thing
bought,
about
I even bought them for my phone and my tablet.
Wow. What is
the
it,
other great
Matt?
thing about maps from that time period is
Mhm.
the maps felt so huge, but then when you actually see how big the map is, it's really more
it's really
condensed
small.
than you think it is.
Yeah, it's
Right.
really smaller than you think.
You're
Until
just
they
doing
got the
so
Grand
much.
Theft Auto 5, because 5 was massive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ariel
This
makes
is
it
gonna be
in.
bigger.
Yeah, I was
Ariel,
like,
Ariel says,
I was wondering where Ariel.
"You can
been 'cause
Bonnie
he had
my
a big-
Clyde anytime."
Yeah.
Oh, hi everyone. I'm also over here too. Yeah,
I think
she's-
Ariel's
she's all over the
resting
place.
up for the KOTOR stream tonight,
for,
so
for
she
later
can,
on tonight. Yeah,
Yeah, she
Um,
because she knows that's the main event, right?
that's the main event, right? XCOM 2. Now tell me about this. Is this have something to do with Area 51 or aliens or something?
Well,
like
yeah,
Yeah, it's
it's
Alien.
Yeah,
that? Okay.
I'm not a huge
It's-
fan of this genre.
Well, I saw it on. I saw it on the. You know, I think they gave us a copy of it on PS Plus. One of them, and
Yeah.
I was wondering what it was about.
It's
saw
a
on the-
tactical
you know.
shooter, and you
It's
could
kinda
be
like-
right. My biggest thing, you could be right in front of a guy that gives you percentage on the percentage of chance of hitting that person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Take turns, and then you could be like right next to them and be like 99% to
And
hit, and
miss.
you still miss. Like,
Yeah.
and I was like, nah,
That doesn't
it's
make any
like
sense.
it's kind of
Yeah,
like
not a
Final
fan.
Fantasy Tactics, basically.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
a
Any
turn-based tactical military game where you're fighting.
People love this game though. It is
Yeah,
beloved, but
I did once
so
I
I
did
think it
get my
does deserve
hands
a
on it.
spot.
I did beat the shit out of this game.
I'm not a
so.
fan of it.
But your
Area
characters-
51 is not a place where they keep aliens. She says.
Your characters can die. In
Okay, you guys
XCOM.
tell me about this game. I've got it downloaded. I just have never played it.
Wait,
I've
Control.
watched it. I
Control.
didn't
Control's
really play
fucking
it myself.
awesome.
It's a good story.
Control, you need to play that, Joe. I want to see you play this game so much. Like
okay.
seriously, this game is a good game.
We might have to.
I think if you, because of your love of Beyond Two Souls, I
Yeah.
think you would probably like this
Well,
game.
here there is a universe. Okay.
It's not as in depth.
Control is
Right.
part of the of a whole universe of games that came out on Xbox and PlayStation. So yeah,
Okay.
and I will. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good. Just
Okay.
so good.
Well, I'll definitely have to check it out. It says here have let's see closest we've ever had to Jean Grey in a video game. So
Dude, this game is good.
Sounds cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
I love this.
all right,
game.
let's see. We got Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
Are they still
I would-
boycotting this thing or what, man?
Yeah,
I would
I'm
say the
boycotting the
second
fuck out of
one-
it. Yeah.
I don't know. Obviously, we don't know the rest of the list, but I would say Call of Duty 2 would probably, or even Black Ops. would be
Yeah, I
on
would
the
say
list
the
of this
older
one.
ones.
I don't
would
think
be
this one was
better.
very high on that list.
No, it
Yeah.
it
As a game.
wasn't. I played it for a bit and then turned it off.
Well, you guys, I'd never play this game because it's first person shooter and I can't
Yeah.
stand them. So
Yeah, I used to be very big into Call of Duty, like
yeah, me too.
blew up, but
Ariel is trying to get my attention. She says,
Oh, she
also,
warming
Joe
up for
smells
tonight.
too much
dude.
coffee for the Joe.
She
Wow.
warming up for tonight.
She's trolling.
Yeah.
Thanks again for the tip last night, darling. That was fantastic. Thank you very much. She tipped me just to get me to stop talking last night.
were you talking during the cutscenes?
No, I wasn't talking during the cutscenes. No, we weren't playing. I was playing Fable last night.
Yeah.
Um,
I was trolling.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, he was. He was trolling in the chat. Yes.
Okay.
Let's see. And the last one we're going to look at is Rise of the Tomb Raider. Now, this is one of the later ones, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the reboot, and I 100%ed this game, and
okay.
I didn't like it because they made her such a whiny bitch in this game, and they changed. She had to have a full pants, and she lost her shorts, and all a lot of things in this were so out of character for her.
Yeah, she lost her hot pants.
It wasn't Angelina Jolie, and it was just a mess.
No, it was just the way they tried to. Hey, this is how she. I was like, no, Laura was always a confident, strong person, even when she was a kid. There's lore about this. So if you do this when she's older, like in her 20s, and I was like, Laura Croft was fucking. By that time, she was already a badass.
Well, there's the crime right there.
Yeah,
Ariel says lost her plus line.
So I'm glad she brought it up. I wasn't going to say it.
But. Yeah. And you know, it was just there's so much shit that was, but I 100%ed it because it's another RPG.
And Low Spec Linux Laptop says in Rise they gave Laura a butterface. Oh my god, that's
especially
all wrong.
Scenes,
when this game came out at the start of the whole woke stuff. In 2013.
That sucks.
This was back when they were saying, "Oh, women were too sexy in video games," and that's when they started. That's when they started doing that hardcore, and that's why they came out with this version of Lara Croft.
And there's parts where especially the first part of the game, they totally messed her up to make her look ugly because she had to go through a puddle of blood and all this other shit like multiple times in the game. There was multiple really what the fuck sections in that game.
Well, I can tell you this. I tried to play the one Tomb Raider game I got. It was not the original. It was better graphics version of it, but it's all puzzle solving, and I'm just
we know you puzzles and reading, so
puzzles and reading.
The last two Tomb Raider movies were based on her. I think there were two.
Nah, there's only been one with that.
She lost her bus.
There's only been one with that new girl.
She became a whiny fucking bitch.
But I gotta look. It wasn't. The last Tomb Raider movie wasn't as good as the Angelina Jolie ones, but I have to give them this. They looked like the video game. Yeah. That especially, you know what I'm talking about, Jed. The plane that was all mossed over and everything that she was trying to get through. It looked like the game.
Because I played all three of the reboot, the one through the all three. So I've 100% of them. I've done all of them in all three games. That did look like the first game because you go through a section in the first game where she's on the plane. I was like, holy shit, they ripped this right out of the game.
Yeah.
Because I played all three of them, so I know.
Yeah. Low Spec says Tomb Raider 2013 Turning Point mod.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't know what that is.
Well, Ariel's talking about the Indiana Jones game. I don't know which one in particular, but I spent a lot of money playing Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Yes.
Video game.
Are you talking about the arcade one, John?
Yep, the arcade one. Yep.
Okay, yeah, the arcade one. Dude, I had to go to an arcade where you could play unlimited runs just to beat that because it's a coin stealer. Yeah,
oh, dude. Yeah, I know all about that.
Yeah.
And Ariel says she became the lesbian woke bitch that I wouldn't touch. And I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I hear you. Okay, boys and girls. Well, I can tell you this. Looking ahead, 61, we're starting to get into some stuff that I'd play. Anyway, we're going to get into that next week. Hopefully, sooner than the last 13 minutes. Didn't you say we started with 13 minutes?
13 minutes.
Yeah, something like that.
We'll see what happens.
Okay.
Next week.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
By the way,
it just depends.
Did you see the Ryan Mallett passed away?
Yes, I did, Knock. And what's funny is my favorite version of Madden, I'm playing a fantasy, I did a fantasy draft, New England Patriots team, and he is my quarterback on that team. He drowned. from what I understand.
Yeah, bad waters, and they had red flags up, but I guess he's,
Wow,
adventurous or
man.
what?
That's
He's only a couple
just
months older than I was. Or I am.
yeah.
It's crazy.
He's like what 35, right?
Yeah, 35.
Wow, man,
1988.
unbelievable. Not the greatest quarterback in the world. He played for a few teams in the NFL, drafted by the Patriots.
Well, he was started behind Brady. He was
and he never got a chance because Brady, he's never going to give that up. So, but Arkansas, I believe, right, Matt? Didn't he play for University of Arkansas?
Yeah. At one point, it may have been his. I don't know if it was his junior year or when, but at one point you had Arkansas, LSU, and Alabama were all in the top 3 nationally, and they were all in the same division of the same conference.
Yep.
And that may have been the only time that's ever happened.
I think he was first round, second round, something like that.
Yeah, I believe he was drafted pretty high. Yeah.
Yeah, he was like 6'7". Tall guy.
Real? Yeah, he was a big dude, no doubt. But anyway, yeah, rip Ryan Mallett, man. I enjoyed. He was a competitive dude. That's for sure. He reminded me a lot of in his mannerisms, like Troy Aikman. If somebody fucked up, he was going to let them know on the field, no doubt. You're going to see it right there on television. You know what I mean? The guy had some moxie. He was my kind of quarterback. He was one of those tall, 6'6", stand under the gun. He's not running anywhere, kind of like Bledsoe, he's one of those types. Okay, boys and girls. Well, it's time to wrap this up, and I'm going to let my guys apply their wares, starting with John. What's up, man? Tell them what's going on with you.
Well, not a lot. I'm on Pop Culture Minefield. We're going to be tomorrow morning. We're going to be doing. We've got morning coffee with Brian, and we're going to be doing the Korean movie The Point Man, which is about Korean interpreters in Iraq or Afghanistan. Trying to rescue a hostage. And other than that, the big thing going on, I mean, I've got the usual stuff on Pop Culture Minefield, but Sunday is the last show for the Pop Culture Minefield Wrestling show for Sunday Night Wrestling. So be sure to tune in for that. That's Sunday at 1 Central. We're going to be going over the results of the last 2 pay-per-views, Forbidden Door and Money in the Bank, which is Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh, and Mondays is Monday afternoons at 4 Central is Only Talk and Roll. And I'm not 100% sure what we're doing this week, but I know next week we're doing or this next Monday, not the 3rd, but the 10th, we're doing Cyborg for Canon Movie Club.
Cool.
So yeah, that's it.
Keep going, keep rolling.
Yep. You have to keep talking until he takes the camera off.
Yeah. It's still all on you. Fill it.
Great.
Fill it.
Yeah, that's well.
Hello, my baby. Hello.
We had a power issue.
Fridays. We've
Power
got
Okay.
Friday mornings at 10. We've got on Pop Culture Minefield. We've got and KGRA. We've got Fantastic Friday, where we're discussing shows. And on I think we're going to be at 3 Central for TGIF, and we're discussing what's going on in the pop culture world. Okay, there we go.
I was preparing to get into the AFC West.
Yeah, right. No, I was literally just thinking that we're gonna go to football,
right?
How about
why the hell so much Broncos shit on fucking TV all of a sudden? I was on the treadmill last night. They were talking all about the Broncos. What's up with that? It's weird, man. But anyway, thanks, John. Thanks for holding it down there for me for a second there. It just blipped. For some reason, it just blipped real quick, man. But anyway, let's see. Matt, you're next on the chopping block. Hopefully, I can stay in here long enough to get you through here.
Yep. You can catch me here every Wednesday at 5:30 Central, and then this Friday night, I'll be on Jed's channel for the MFer.
Oh, he's gonna get inducted into the MFer crew.
He's gonna go Roadhouse.
Roadhouse.
That's what I'm talking about. Time to hit the Roadhouse. All right, that sounds
Polar
good.
bear fell on me. Yes.
Bear fell on me. All right, Knock, tell him what's up, man.
Yeah, I'm just usually here on Wednesdays, trying to get Joe through that list. That's my only job at this point.
Yeah.
Then here a little over a month, we'll start football again.
That's right,
the Sunday morning show with Joe and usually Small Time Republic. So that's going to be fun.
That's
Love
right,
doing that.
man. Yeah,
we're going to get down to that final 10 on the video game list. Knock's either going to get a cold or stuck in traffic or
right,
something is going to
and
happen.
he won't be here for it.
Right. That's why I do the show now. I do the show because I can't miss the game list.
Wookie. Welcome to hell.
I'm trapped now. That's why he does it so little.
Welcome to hell.
Yeah.
I mean, Roadhouse.
Small Time gonna get his cherry pop this Friday.
Yes, sir. All right, we'll tell him all about it there, Jed. Let him know what
Oh
he's
yeah,
talking
you'll
about.
see Small Time this Friday. Small Time gonna get his cherry popped on the MFer. It's basically we've been doing some crazy shit over there. So we're just having fun.
It's a bunch of dudes getting together and talking about chicks, and it's fun.
In the man show, I wanna if you can put that up, Joe.
Yeah, absolutely.
Beforehand.
Yeah, he's got a new show. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Me and Retro are starting a new show, and I want to say this before that. Thank you to everybody that put me over the top. I'm over 101 now subscribers. So thank you guys, everybody, and I'm gonna go for 200 next. So this next one right here. Me and Retro have been talking about this for maybe a year or two. That we wanted to do it, and it basically somewhat it's gonna be a daytime MFer, but but we wanted to put our own spin of it because we want FFer to be its own entity. But yeah, you're gonna see some of the stuff. It's gonna be about everything, just like the MFer is about. But we're gonna be talking about toys, whatever the fuck, just whatever comes up to our mind about fucking society fucking up and all this other shit. I do know we do have some people to come over, and Joe will be there this Thursday.
I'll be here for the first one.
That people haven't seen in a while. So come over there. It's in 11 a.m. my time, 7 p.m. UK time. So yeah, it's gonna be hilarious. And then we have the main event on Friday, and I haven't put it up yet. But because I've been busy trying to do the intro for for this. So the MF Roadhouse, this was what the Roadhouse was last week. We talked about X blocks. You can see Wookie, you can see Sam. There's me, and then when you got later on into the show, we were talking about Elon and a bunch of we just talk about whatever goes, and then here you see Paul, you see Wookie, you see Sam, you see Shellback, Duke, like everybody else in there. So it's just we just talk about whatever. And then
just another Red Shirt makes his appearance.
Yeah, Red Shirt will probably be here this week because he had family issues last week. Family. Deal with. So, but yeah, we talk about, and then there's always like
Ariel's asking, is this the one that got taken down?
No, this one ain't the one that got taken down.
Oh, okay.
I was keeping an eye on it, and then we show things like fights and all that. It's basically
that was silly right there.
Yeah,
let me tell you, that guy smacked the shit out of that dude. Boom! Just open-handed slap.
Open-handed, just knocked him the fuck out, and then we just show guy shit, and then there's like stupid fights that we go through like some of the stupidest shit every week. So on after that, and then on Sunday I'm with Wookie, and basically that ends the week. But I may skip Wookie's this week just to come on if I can get on to be the last show with Joe and them.
Okay.
Because
we're gonna try and get you on there. I already reached out to
and then. It's not till Tuesday where me and Joe start our streaming week together every single week.
Yep.
Is Tuesday is our start of our streaming week again.
Yep.
And Joe will tell you all about all the stuff that we do.
I will tell you all
during the
about
week.
those video game streams we do together.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir, for coming. Appreciate you. And I'm looking forward to doing Thursday with you. That's going to be fun.
I know.
It should be
I'm
fun.
looking forward to it.
Because I never get to do the MF or I'm at work.
Yeah, it's
and I would love to be on the MF or I wanted to be on it when Matt was running it, man.
Yeah, and then people are like, so somebody goes, it's a daytime MF. I'm like, in a way, yeah.
I like how guys should be supportive, slowly drink tea, holding their pinkies up. I'm slowly turning their streams into women's place. No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
That's no, ma'am. Hey, look, my lady's right here. She'll tell you I'm no.
Yeah, Sid knows about this too. You just gave me an idea for no ma'am stuff from Married with Children.
Right? That's what I was thinking about.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wave in. That's the role of Fox Boys, a girl. She is home. And you know what that means? I've got a steak waiting on me. So we got to wrap this up. All right. Of course, you know you're watching Joe's Atmosfere's State of the Atmosfere, where I get together with my friends and talk about the pop culture stuff of the week. And we do this every Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. Central Time for a couple of hours. And tonight, the thing that Jed's really looking forward to is me doing some more Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic on Papa Joe Gamer after dark. I do that at 10 p.m. Central Time. And that's here in about 2 hours and 15 minutes. I'll be on there doing that one on my new Xbox Series S that my lovely lady got for me. And it's video games, cocktails, and fails. I just get together with my friends and talk while I play a video game and have a good time, man. Just trying to relax. And then, of course, the political show we have here on Joe's Atmosfere's channel. It's me and my brother. The brothers hack the Matrix. And what we're talking about is hacking through the headlines of today and let you know what's really going on behind the scenes. Me and Danny get together and do that every Thursday at 6 p.m. Central Time. And then Saturdays, you can see me sketch the pages of The Privateer. I'll be sketching the last page of issue 2 and getting ready to start doing the cover for that one on the next program. So check in if you want to know the lore of The Privateer before it even hits the shelves. You know, come check it out. You can see that you can see it here, and you can see it on my Subscribe Star page, which is Joe's Atmosfere, just how you see it spelled there. And I do this every Saturday at 1:30 p.m. Central, and all these guys are invited, but most of the time I'm by myself because who wants to bust up the middle of their Saturday, you know?
I spend Saturday with Sin, so.
And then Sunday will be the final show of Sunday Night Wrestling on Pop Culture Minefield's channel. Johnny Rock will be there, and myself and Das Wolfen, and we're going to try and get Jen on the show, but it's not my channel, so I have to clear it through Gary, but he's pretty good about giving slots up for people that want to do things. So anyway, it's going to be all the results from the 2 pay-per-views. Forbidden Door was a fantastic one from what I hear. I won't be watching it till this weekend because that's when I have time to do it. And we have Money in the Bank coming up Saturday night. So before Sunday, we'll have the results of both those pay-per-views and be able to talk about them with you. And actually, the Dynamite fallout from Forbidden Door will be well before that. And Collision. God, AEW will have 2 shows already before we even get to that next show. But that'll be Sunday at 1 p.m. Central Time. And then also on Pop Culture Minefield, Morning Coffee with Gary every Monday is Military Monday. And this Monday for the 4th of July, he's doing To Hell and Back, the Autumn Murphy story. So that ought to be a lot of fun to watch. And what is it, John? Go ahead.
I was agreeing. I said,
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's Audie Murphy. He's in it too, isn't he? Isn't Audie Murphy in the movie? I think he is. But
yes.
Anyway, we're going to be doing that one Monday morning at 10 a.m. Central Time. And both of those shows come to you by Pop Culture Minefield and KGRA Digital Broadcasting. And then I believe we're off the 3rd on It's Only Talk and Roll, but on the 10th, we come back with another meeting of the Canon Film Club, and this time it's going to be Cyborg, the Van Damme classic. So you guys want to tune in for that one. That's going to be a lot of fun. Razor Fist will be there, and I think the author of the Guide to Canon Films will be there as well. So you guys definitely want to tune in 4 p.m. Central Time on that 70s Rock Fans channel on Monday evening. And then, like Jed was saying, I always start off my week on Tuesdays with Papa Joe Gamer After Dark at 10 p.m. Central. And this week I'm going to start with DC Universe. We'll see if we do it for 2 hours. We might switch games, but I've got to get my fix on DC every once in a while.
Yes,
I played Fable last night. Got to play some DC this time around. So that's it for this week, guys. For myself and my fantastic panel, Das Wolfen, Small Time Republic, Knock, and Jed, I want to thank you for being here. And until we see you again, I want you guys to keep on keeping on. God bless.